Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. And we're rolling. We're
You're
live.
gonna suck my dick when this thing's done.
Awesome. Great opening.
You
What's
better
up?
suck my
We're
dick.
back after a prolonged week of not doing this because I had technical difficulties.
You almost had him again today.
Yeah, almost, but I didn't, so that's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
We're back.
yeah, we are back.
Yeah.
I
I'm
love
glad
you.
for that because I've missed doing this.
I have surprisingly little to talk about.
Really?
I've just been working and doing jiu-jitsu and sleeping.
Oh, that's not fun.
Mm-mm-mm.
Me and Carter were watching a 1FC event this morning, and there was
Yeah.
a guy by the name of Si Song P Nong.
Yeah. His name was
That
Sit.
is the funniest name.
His name broken
I've
into
ever
4
heard.
parts is Sit Song P Dong. P-E-E. His first name was fucking longer.
Yeah, he's like from the
It's like
Thailand or some
Sichitari
shit.
Titari. It's fucking long as shit.
Are your fingernails painted, Andre?
Yes, they are. Thank you.
They're painted white.
No, white and blue.
They're painted in white for that is the best race. In your mind, I don't think that.
Right. But you are a white nationalist. We know this.
No, I painted them white because they're a neutral color, and that was it.
White's not neutral.
Also,
I just, from a history and anthropology standpoint, I can confirm.
White has
White-
heavily
White hasn't
affected.
spent a lot of time on the back burner.
They have heavily affected all other colors.
It is
No.
now.
fuck you guys.
No. Playing around.
I know. I love you.
Did
too.
you know that?
About most things, you are a white nationalist, but it's.
I'm not a white fucking nationalist. Stop that. Stop that. I'm not a white nationalist.
Did you know that smoking on airplanes wasn't banned until the year 2000?
No, I had no
Yeah.
idea.
Oh, really? I thought it was after like 9/11.
No. Why would that?
Why would 9/11
Why
change
would
it?
this 9/11 factor?
Because 9/11.
They took over the plane with cigarettes. They burned
Yeah.
people's arms, and they didn't like it.
They buckled down.
Terrorists are only effective because they're smoking on airplanes. So we gotta
Yeah.
get rid of that.
Back, or we're gonna give you little cigarette burns.
Come here and get your love burns.
That is literally insane that it took them that long.
Yeah,
To get
because
rid of it.
you wouldn't want to be in a plane while someone's smoking. It's just like
Who
incredible.
thought that was a good idea in the first place? That let's smoke on airplanes. It's all
Yeah,
recycled air.
It's a fucking tube that we all have to be in. That's like one of those things where I don't even care if it's the fucking 80s or 90s. If you're locked in a steel tube, in an aluminum tube or whatever the fuck they're made out of, and some dude lights a cigarette and the whole plane's gonna smoke, you should just get up and beat the shit out of him.
Really?
Like, dude,
Or just go behind you and just fucking start throwing haymakers and be knowing the fact that you are completely justified and nobody will stop you.
yeah.
Same thing with babies.
What?
Get them out of there.
Beat the baby or you beat the parent?
Both.
Get babies out of everywhere. Just get them out of everywhere.
Yeah, movie theaters. If you bring them in movie theaters, get
I think babies are cute, but stop bringing them to places nobody else wants them to be. It's fucking a hassle. It's annoying.
Depends
Like,
how
Andre said,
old.
movie theater is the most heinous one. Why would you bring them to the movie theater? It's too loud for them, and they don't need to watch it because they won't remember it or care.
It depends how old the baby is to be cute. I think newborns are.
when they come fresh out
horrendously gross.
hot off the baby.
Yeah, I have they're not good on the eyes, but like as a concept, I'm like, oh, that thing is brand new. I'm like, it's so cute. It's like fucking a brand new little life. It's so cute. But then you look at them, like you said, and they're like if a potato had ball sack.
Yeah, I don't like that.
They're not
I don't
good.
like
to look. They're not much on the eyes.
No, they're disgusting.
Yeah, no.
Once they get to like 10 to 14 months, they're fucking adorable. I love
Dude,
that
these
stage.
fluids like everywhere, and I hate it.
Yeah.
Like they just drool on everything. They stick everything in their mouth. Like I had perfectly good
Yeah.
car keys, and then I
To be
see this
fair,
baby-
that's like you too.
no, I don't fucking do that. I don't stick everything in my mouth.
I think you do.
Get bent.
I was gonna say you're bi, so like technically, yeah, you do.
Okay.
Do you only fuck guys who have smaller dicks than you?
No.
Is that a thing?
Have you though?
What?
Is that like, I can't fuck this dude, his dick is bigger than mine?
What? No, that is not a thing. Stop that.
Really? I feel like it is a thing. Maybe it's just.
That's gotta be 100% a thing.
That's not a thing. It's not a thing.
In the
Okay.
gay community, that's not a thing? Is that there's like dudes who are like, I can't
Okay,
fuck
maybe
guys
there
with
are
bigger
dudes who do
cocks?
that, but that's not me.
I think I
That's
would
not
be
me.
that guy, honestly.
If
If I was
that guy
gay,
like
I don't
Neil
think I
Brooks
could
would
fuck a
make me
dude who had a
constantly
bigger dick than me.
get the fuck out.
Because that's all I'd be thinking about the whole time, is how big his dick is
Okay.
compared
Alright.
to mine. Like, it's not fair. He should be fucking me.
Oh
That
my
big
God,
dick.
you're gonna be so happy with this. I'm gonna be so happy with this.
we get to see into
Yeah.
the mind of Trevor a little bit.
Seeing the mind of who? Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to open up. We've had enough intro episodes. I think they get to learn what I think about constantly in my head.
What do you think about blacks?
They're awesome. I know many
Cool.
black
That's good.
guys.
If you say
They're
anything
all
bad about them,
cool.
you're gonna get your ass beat. You're gonna get lynched.
I'm gonna get lynched because I said black guys are awesome.
Oh, sucked. And if you say anything bad about them, you're gonna get lynched.
I think my favorite people are black British guys in the entire world.
They're
Um,
a good
gay
subculture.
gay
No,
black
it's, but on a very serious note, they make up the best shit. They make up
Yeah.
bruv and shit. It always becomes.
That's why I wear these fucking Adidas shirts, because that's what
Yeah.
they do. And I'm like, that shit is dope. There's nothing in this world that I like more than a fucking nice Adidas tracksuit. I had this fucking, when I was like 5, I had this Michael Jordan Bulls Adidas tracksuit. And I wish that thing could have came with me my whole life, because I probably would have never stopped wearing it. If it was like, if it had like a skin and bone component to where it could grow with me, I would wear that thing every day.
Dude, that's the next thing, right there. You just fucking nailed it.
Clothes with skin and bone components that grow with
they
you.
grow-
I was gonna say probably nanotech fiber, so they can have a
That's way
straight
more doable.
capacity. That's what I was gonna suggest
Because
first.
for
off.
mine, you would have to you'd have to
Listen.
get Hillary Clinton involved so she could
I'll-
get those babies.
I like what you're thinking. I like what you're thinking. I'm gonna try to simplify this a little bit.
Mine's the most simple, really. You just get newborn babies, take their
What?
bones and skin,
You use
implement
their
them into the
bones.
clothes, and it'll
I mean, why would
grow.
you take newborn babies? Fetal tissue is so much more viable and useful.
Yeah, but it's,
And you don't really have to actually end something that's cognizant and already breathing.
Hey,
Do it.
I'm not gonna get political here, all right?
I'm not getting political. You said a newborn
Well,
baby.
you're determining what a life is. I don't want to talk about that.
Actually, since you're not listening, to me, I'm saying that the one that was already born. You said a newborn baby.
Yeah.
I'm saying if you take fetal tissue, then you don't have to do a newborn baby.
Where would you get fetal tissue from? The fetus?
Yeah.
Usually aborted fetuses, yeah.
Yeah. But no, you need it needs to
Dumb bitch.
grow. So it's got to be.
Yeah, fetal tissue is some of the most growth-prone tissue. You okay? You doing all right?
Cells.
Yeah, well, it's easily summed up to I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
That's true.
Listen, motherfuckers.
I just
I
say
don't like
shit.
where this is going.
What'd you say?
I just say shit and I get corrected.
What'd you say, Mateo?
I don't like where this is going.
Oh, I thought you were doing. I was like, listen, I'm a little bit retarded.
Oh no, I was gonna bring up the whole space thing again with artificial gravity.
We're getting to
I
space. We're getting
I
there.
should have
It's on the
fucking
list.
voted on fucking Jones. I should have. Well, sometimes I forget his name. I'm sorry.
Who? Alex Jones?
Alex Jones. That's okay. His name is Alex.
The coolest
Jones.
guy on the planet? My hero, my
Yeah.
mentor? Alex Ramadan Jones?
Is that really his fucking name?
Alex Sandy Hook
That's
was
your
a
fucking
staged
name?
event. Jones.
What if his middle name was actually Ramadan? Like,
That would be funny.
That would be.
It'd be like the same reaction when people found out Barack Obama's middle name was Hussein, and people
Yeah.
were like really freaked out.
show us your birth certificate.
They still want it. He's presented it, but they don't
Oh,
believe
yeah,
it.
they claim it's fake. Because,
Yeah, they claim it's fake.
There wasn't.
I'm sorry.
one of the places that's like on it where he was born like isn't in the U.S. and it's actually a place in like Rwanda. And it's like, well, it's easily that could have been a place in the U.S. too. Yeah.
It's one of those problems where it's like, even when you do present certain people with information, they're not going to take it as real information.
Yeah.
It's severe confirmation bias, and it happens a lot.
Surprised when they still have learned that Muhammad is the most common name in the world.
Yeah, because there's a lot of Muslim people, and it's a growing thing. Like a lot of people don't know Indonesia has had one of the most massive growth spurts of the Islam religion ever. It's just exploded into the nation. It's incredible.
Exploded into my nation.
Yeah, epic, dude. That was a good one.
Further into politics, it shouldn't really be politics. Herman Cain has died of
He
COVID.
passed away. It's sad.
It is sad.
Was he the rent is too damn high guy?
No. He was
don't
just
care
a
anymore.
Black Tea Party activist. He also talked a lot of heavy conservative points.
Yeah.
People are unfortunately taking this sensitive time to
They're
rag
taking it
on,
as a win.
which is strange to me. But I get because he touted that COVID-19 was not a real problem, and now he died of it. So it's like at some point you need to politically unalign yourself and open up to the real problem. But taking his death as a win point, like you said, it's like it's not really time.
Yeah. It sucks. I was really sad because I thought he was the rent is too damn high guy.
No.
Because that dude needs to be protected.
Yeah.
I don't know his
They
name.
all need to be protected.
Yeah.
But here we are. He fucking staged a rally in Tulsa where he said that masks weren't mandated, and then he got COVID and died. It's like, well,
Funny.
when are you going to see the consequences of your own actions? When are people
Funny.
going to see this?
Well, he
So
doesn't
more
see it because he's
Conservative,
gone, so.
yeah. But it's like more conservative voices should be concerned about this and not politicize it. Like, oh,
COVID death go burr.
our talking people are dying.
Yeah.
Pastors and fucking political activists and local like governors and shit, they're passing away to it when they regularly denounce it as a problem. It's like, well,
It is low key kind of awesome.
it's like it's one of those things where it's like, oh, well, it should be one of those things where it's like, now you see, now it's a problem, but then they don't. They're like, it's not a problem. It's like, it is a problem. It's fucking killing people. And then there's this new thing that I just shared on Facebook. Not that that's a primary source, but it was a news article stating how a lot of people who have recovered from COVID now have heart conditions.
Yeah, there's also wasn't there a thing like a couple
It's
weeks
like,
ago about how
didn't
they have
they?
brain problems too? Like
Yeah,
they're
but
developing,
people
like, early
are talking like this
Alzheimer's.
is a new development, but didn't as soon as COVID sprouted up, they're like, yeah, even if you recover, you can still have long-term health effects forever.
Yeah.
Like this isn't new information. It's just
No.
that people don't want to listen. It's like, yeah, healthy people can become not healthy after contracting a serious disease. Who'd have thought?
Well, it's a
fucking
lung
no shit.
infection. It could easily fuck up the tissue, just like
Yeah.
any other kind of virus.
It's very strange. So can that the long name drug that's being
Yeah,
touted.
hydrochloride.
So that stuff works, but
colloquially.
so a very important thing on that is that it's very politicized again. But that stuff works, but only in the early stages of the virus. So pretty much when you wouldn't know you had it, that stuff is effective. But that stuff leads to heart problems too,
Yeah.
if you take it in the wrong doses, which is very interesting to me. It's like, oh,
Well, almost all medicines can fuck you up too.
that's true. That's a
Especially
good
like
point.
pills. They're really
Right.
bad for your liver.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Are you want to
Done
add
with
anything to this,
politics.
Andre? Or are you gonna keep drawing your
I'm not good at
gay
politics. I'm
fanfic?
sorry. The whole COVID thing. Every time I can't bring it up in this household anymore because after that's my
Colloquialism?
Here, don't trust
I
science.
butchered that word.
Here, watch this YouTube video. I swear to God, I want to punch myself in the fucking. Stop.
Here's this cool headline I read this morning. Alabama lawmaker who celebrated KKK leader resigns from the church.
Yeah.
Because that's what we were worried about. Him staying
Yeah.
in the church.
Oh yeah, but not in a government.
Yeah, Not the
not
part where he
politi-
makes the laws.
Yeah, not even the part where he would be politically active
Yeah.
and sway other people and voters, which is interesting to me because everybody there's that thing with pastors in governmental positions where people think that because they're in that position they are therefore respectable people, and in a lot
Oh,
of
no.
cases they just aren't. It's like you ever gonna realize a lot of the people that you look up to and respect are really fucking shitty almost all the time.
Except
Ever
Dwayne the
gonna
Rock.
change?
That man will forever be a
Who?
hero. Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Child hero.
A dude like that who didn't get Me Too'd, that's a respectable character, you know? Because he could have done it easily. If like 3 women came forward and they were like, yeah, The Rock did bad stuff to us, he's not getting out of that.
Nah,
I don't know. He's so charismatic.
I hate that
Yeah,
movie.
but that doesn't help. People said that, yeah, but Bill Cosby was charismatic.
No,
You know what I mean?
well, I mean, okay, so if they would have came out about that when Bill Cosby was like ripping and tearing up the scene, I don't know if I would have believed it. You know, I'm like, no, I see this guy on Saturday mornings. I don't know.
I see what you're saying. You're cutting it a little bit.
Yeah, you guys are cutting it up, cutting a rug. But you know, like, I mean, he's in his prime. Dwayne, that is. I don't.
He's in his prime.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
fuck.
also, like, it's sexist, but it's got to depend what those bitches look like. You know? Dwayne the Johnson. Dwayne the Johnson.
Dwayne the Johnson.
Dwayne the Johnson.
Yeah. Dwayne the
Hell
Rock
yeah.
Johnson isn't fucking no dogs, alright? Dude's making
Yeah,
millions of dollars.
true.
He looks like a stone golem.
He is
It's like a stone golem.
The man
He
is a
does.
little fucking rock. A bold.
He does.
Can you
I would go
smell
so
what the Rock is fucking?
No, I'm kidding. No,
So
There's still that running thing where Dwayne Johnson and Francis Ngannou,
Yeah, they
heavyweight
wanna
UFC
train
title
together.
contender. They want to lift together, yeah,
Yeah.
which I think is fucking cool.
I just
I
hope
like that.
Dwayne. I think we've argued about this before. About do you think he's natural?
No,
I think he is.
how can you listen? I think there's a difference between what you discern as natural and not natural. I don't think he intentionally goes out of his way to cheat and do unnatural things all the time. But to say that he has 100% natural build is very.
I don't think
silly.
you think he's juicing. I don't think he's juicing.
I think he's juicing a little bit.
No, not even a
yeah.
bit.
I don't think he does it that bad. I think he's still physically and mentally, and he has a lot of heart to work out all the time. I think he has an incredible drive, and that's 90% of what makes him. But I look at him and I'm like, he juices sometimes. Look at him.
No, he doesn't.
No,
No,
he's
you
not.
guys are fucking lying. You
He's
guys
not
are-
juicing.
No, he doesn't.
I'm
I'll
not
admit it could easily just be my love for the man that is going to say.
I'm
that
going to
he's
say
not.
it's 100% what that is.
He's not juicing. I promise you that man's not juicing.
I can promise you that even if he's not intentionally juicing now, a lot of his build over the history has been what we now consider to be juice.
You're talking about his WWE days.
Look, if
He
he's
was
fucking
probably
juiced up,
juicing.
if it comes out of
Yeah.
his arm where it stays,
But that growth still transfers over. And I'm not saying he doesn't have a ton of work.
He's been
ethic.
clean for 20 years.
He's an incredible. He's talked about how he would wake up at like 3-4 in the morning on one of the sets of Fast and the Furious. I think it's the one where they were filming in Brazil, and he would run on the beach for like fucking 2 hours. He has an incredible work ethic. I think that does most of it. I think that does a lot of it. But to say that juice doesn't make up a significant amount
It's all out of
Oh.
his system now. He's been clean
the
20 years
achievement
plus.
of that guy. Yeah, but you say that and like Trevor, we know a man named Vitor Belfort. You know how he looked when he stopped juicing, and it's like, oh, even though he's working hard, he still looks like an old shitty man. And then
Yeah, but
started
he ain't
juicing
working
again.
out like The
See?
Rock.
Maybe he isn't.
logs.
I'm still
for-
saying there's even if it's not, there's still like a lot of help going on. Like Joe Rogan, he takes testosterone supplements.
Well, fuck Joe Rogan.
You know what I mean? It's like that's something that as
He's
he gets to an
also
older
like
man, it helps him
54,
work.
so it makes sense, Andre.
The Rock is not young.
Rock's like what, 29?
50.
He's
What are you
50?
talking
There's no way he's 50.
I think he's
might-
approaching 50.
I'll
if he's
give him
not
I'll
already.
give him a 48 at best.
Yeah, I'll give him a 48. Hold on. Dwayne
I can
Johnson.
defend The
Let me
Rock.
see, because I could be wrong. I thought he was approaching 50. No, he's 48. Trevor fucking nailed it.
Boom.
Trevor nailed it on the head.
Now here's the thing, Carter. My grandfather is 60, and he's fucking huge. He's fucking ripped and massive.
How is this gonna
Okay.
relate?
The Rock can be that size at that age. If my
Yeah,
grandpa
I didn't say that, but I'm almost.
Well, we're talking about
You don't think there aren't supplements helping your grandfather be
Oh.
huge?
no.
Let's
Pure-
talk about juicy supplements, not like just taking protein regularly.
okay.
I don't want to be more specific.
I don't
Yeah, you
get
tell you think my grandfather's shooting up steroids? How dare you accuse my grandfather of such heinous things?
I've never seen him.
Get fucked.
I don't count testosterone as juicing in the non-fight world.
Okay, but then that's not really natty though, is it?
I mean, it depends. Is your body not producing T anymore, and you actually need it? I would consider that kind of natty because you need that.
I see what you're saying.
But if you
yeah.
have a regular level of testosterone and you're still taking it to produce more, I say that's
yeah,
not natty.
I still think it's not natty just because it's like, well, your natural state is to have less testosterone, but
Yeah, but it's
but I
the same
see
as
the
like
argument.
taking a vitamin. So
Yeah,
like,
no,
oh,
I-
you don't get
I-
enough
I see what
vitamin
you're
C, so you pop a
Yeah.
vitamin pill when you wake up and eat your cereal.
I see what you're saying, but you don't look at ginormous, huge, giant Dwayne the Rock Johnson. First of all, we've seen what people look like when they cheat, when they're taking EPO and TRT and
Yeah.
everything, and then you look at them and you're like, oh well, clearly. But then you look at ginormous, huge Dwayne the Rock Johnson and you're like, he's probably natty. Like, dude, he's fucking huge.
I got a bias, dude. I'm not letting go of it.
He's bigger than most of the people look when we catch them cheating in their height of their juicing. It's like he's
Listen.
huge.
I got a bias, and I'm
Again,
not
like
letting
I'm
go.
saying, 90%. I'd say 90% of Dwayne the Rock Johnson's muscle and fitness are his incredible heart and determination and work ethic, because it really is something to behold. But I don't think under any circumstance he is this like completely natty bodybuilder, and a lot of that build would have had to been done over years and years of taking unnatural supplements to get him larger. That's what I think. IMO, IMHO.
What is HO?
My foot.
Oh,
Honest
I
or
am HO.
IMHO.
We're talking with abbreviations. I
Yeah,
like that.
IMO, in my opinion, IMHO, in my humble opinion. Some people say honest, I like humble.
Yeah. In my herbivore opinion.
My herbivore opinion. In my hemorrhoid opinion.
In my ombre opinion.
Hombre.
Yeah, what are you dancing for, dumbass?
I don't fucking know. I'm still trying to get. I don't know. I do things for uncanny reasons that even I have no idea. I'm completely fucking clueless.
That's awesome.
Also, I'm also pretty excited the fact of how well this is all coming together, and I think you should be too.
There is something that came out like 2 weeks ago that I've been dying to talk to you about, Carter, but I wanted to save it for this. The fucking U.S. Pentagon released a statement that they have recovered off-world vehicles.
Cool.
I haven't seen much about that, but I did see that. People are criticizing the guy who released that information.
Of course.
I don't know much about it. I just know that there is certain controversy with the person that released it. That's all. I don't know if that discredits him for any reason, just because I'm not into that story. I think that's fucking dope as shit. I think that it would be interesting, even if the character was criticizable, that he works for the Pentagon and did debrief that information publicly.
Yeah.
I think that's fucking awesome. So we did it, everyone. No one seems to care, but we did it.
Well, yeah, because they released it now.
Yeah, right.
There's so much shit going on right now that it's like, well, we'll just drop this alien shit on them right now.
Yeah,
And
like
the
might
news
as well.
cycle, it'll run for 2 to 3 days and it's gone. And I've seen like 6 things about it since it dropped.
Yeah, same. Nobody really seems to care.
But me and you are very heavy on this alien shit and UFOs.
love
And several
alien
months
shit.
back,
Blink 182 up in this bitch.
no. And that reference is completely off because that's Tom DeLonge, not the band of Blink-182. He was in the band and then he left to form his own band and then he got super duper
because
into
he was
aliens,
down on
and he
aliens.
actually helped the government and shit identify these videos and everything. He's super necessary to this process of how this all happened. But several months ago, they released the video of the naval jet fighters who caught that thing over the sea.
Is that the video that I love so much? Where the
Uh,
thing is moving very fast and he keeps trying to target it, and then
yeah,
as soon as he gets it, he's like, "Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
got it!" I
Th-
fucking love that
There's
video.
two of them.
Okay.
There's that one and there's another one. I think that was Commander Fravor or some shit who did that one, and he was
Okay.
on the JRE and he talks about that thing. And
Yeah.
so they also had like that one guy who did the Bob Lazar thing. He was on there, and they were talking about that exact video, and they were talking about the ship that they targeted was colder than the surface of the water.
Yeah, that's incredible. This stuff is crazy. There's just it's incredible, and I hate how the information has been restricted to us
Yeah.
for long periods of time.
And then the Pentagon is like, yeah, we have off-world crafts.
Like, cool, thank you for debriefing that
They're
sooner.
like,
Now we
can we
feel-
fucking see them?
No,
No,
No.
no, we can't see them at all. You just gotta.
it's the weirdest thing. It's like, why? I want to know a comprehensive, specific reason why the information
Yeah.
can be debriefed, but none of the evidence can be presented.
I think like because I was like, oh, they're like, I was in my conspiracy head, like, oh, they're hiding this shit because like mass panic would ensue, and it's like, well,
Mass
we-
panic's a little bit ensued.
and it's like, yeah, we already have that. Like,
Yeah.
we have all these
What are people
riots.
Going
And-
to riot or protest?
It's like this is like the most panic you can get, pretty much, without an
Yeah.
actual like revolution.
Yeah. There never will be a perfect state to debrief the information, really.
Yeah.
Just there wouldn't be. There would never be a perfect state where you could release that information and have everyone just be chill. It
Yeah.
raises so many questions about existentialism and
Yes, and then people start
and
saying,
our power in the situation, right?
"No,
Mhm.
you're wrong."
An interesting thing that people always talked about is their ability to even interact with us,
Mm-hmm.
because we don't know their growth cycle. We don't know anything about them or they or what have you. These specific beings. Maybe Alex Jones was right, and they're vampiric demons from the fifth dimension, and they're waging war on us.
I'm not in on that one.
But it's like if you create an ant farm, right? You have a little glass chamber where you can watch the ants move
Yeah.
around. That's their entire world. They think that's the world,
Yeah.
and they don't really know what's going on beyond that.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't interact with them, and they couldn't interact with you. Is that like the same thing? Maybe.
No,
This is
I
a
think
situation
if
where
like
we
they
think-
are real, they're totally interacting.
Yeah, but how so?
They're would helping and shit
Yeah,
in some kind of way.
I don't think they are.
I think they're just watching.
No.
I think they're
I
having
think
a
we
grand
were like
gala
genetically
time watching
modified.
us flip the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm not saying we weren't. I'm just saying I don't think they're doing much. Same thing with an ant farm. You just sit back and they do their shit.
There was this old like text, and this guy was translating it. I can't remember where it was from, so it's not. I'm not a super credible source for this.
None of us
But
are.
yeah, but so there's this guy, and he was translating some text from like I think it was some Middle Eastern like country or some shit way back in the day, and they were talking about how there was this thing that came down and asked people to farm for it gold because they needed it in their ozone layer to
I
help.
think I know what you're talking
yeah,
about. That's
to-
Sumerian tales.
Yeah, to help keep the UV rays down or whatever, because it was killing their planet. And then, like, was it hundreds of years later, we were like, we need to put that shit in the air to help our ozone layer or some shit?
Maybe not then. I thought you were talking about ancient shit with the Sumerians and Sanskrit. I didn't know what you were.
It was ancient that this text was from. That they asked
Okay.
us
You said
to-
it was 100 years later. We didn't.
I
the
don't
time
know the actual time.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right. That's interesting.
Way down
That's-
the road, we're like, we need to put alloys in our air and stuff like that so we can help the ozone layer and shit.
That's incredible. But also, that is a secret plot for the lizard people that run the planet to inform our minds.
So like we could just be farmers for
We
like these
could.
people.
Yeah, that would
And
make
that's why
sense.
like why they're like coming down like now, because all this shit is going on, and they're like hold the fuck on. You're gonna
Hey,
fucking.
you weren't supposed to fuck this up.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
We're like talking about like.
It's,
There's
Oh,
also
well,
interesting is that there's
that would
like
be a sentence.
an influx of like sightings or stuff like in Roswell and shit, like when the Manhattan Project started. And a bunch of
Yeah,
shit like
right.
that. So it's like they were coming and being like, slow the fuck down. Hold on.
yeah, yeah. A lot of major events in human history have
Yeah.
been, there's always this influx of otherworldly sightings or these things in the sky. There's always this influx of unique activity
Mm-hmm.
with large world events. It's incredible. It's the same thing with World War One and World War Two. You said the Manhattan Project, but these major wars, specifically ones that tore apart Europe and large parts of the world, there's all these extra unique sightings that keep happening. It's fucking
Yeah.
awesome. I love it.
And Hitler was obsessed with finding all this kind of shit.
Yeah, he was obsessed with all sorts of
He was
technology.
trying to find
and
the
UFOs.
Ark of the Covenant and all that kind of shit.
He tried to find it all, man. He tried to
Yeah.
find. He wanted to figure out shit about the Holy Grail and
Mhm.
the Ark of the Covenant, like you said. He wanted to know all sorts of shit. I
Then
love
he
it.
cut off some twins. Then he ordered scientists to cut off the legs of one twin, then cut them where the arms of the other twins, well, arms used to be.
I like
So
how
now-
this is related.
No, it was crazy experiments. The crazy shit that he's done, that Hitler has done.
Hitler didn't do that.
Now we
The
know
doctors did.
Relative to aliens?
Yes, but no, I thought I was on the tangent of Hitler. And
No.
the crazy
Gotcha.
We're talking about space and aliens and stuff
Well,
right
we
now.
managed. I think I was still somewhere in the ballpark.
You weren't. You totally just derailed the conversation.
Oh, lick my tits. Okay, fine. Just back. Because I know nothing about any of this shit then. I'm not being sour. I'm literally just generally stating back.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, it was very needed. I'm glad you did that, Mister.
Well,
I only
I'm
fuck
sorry,
dudes
I
with
just-
smaller
I wanna-
dicks than me.
Got to World War II and Hitler doing weird shit for science, and I thought I could jump in at that point.
He was not doing weird shit for science. He was doing weird shit to find fucking biblical artifacts,
Yes, and also
which would
experimenting.
be archaeological. Bitch,
Archaeological?
yeah, is that a word?
No, it's archaeological.
Fuck
But you were really close.
Yeah. I'm going through my Indiana Jones phase again. I've watched the original 3, Temple of Doom, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and The Last
Yeah.
Crusade. I've watched them all, 3 of them, all 6 times in the past week.
I've never seen 2 or 3.
Oh my god, dude, they are the best shit.
Oh, I know.
I
Oh,
fucking
Indiana
love
Jones.
Indiana Jones. My
The only
dream
part-
is to buy his outfit that he wears, and I just want to wear that all the time.
I mean, personally contact Harrison Ford and say, hey, do you still have your Raiders of the Lost Ark costume?
No.
Did you know that Indiana Jones was a concept made up on the set of my favorite movie, Grease?
I
Yeah.
hate you. I
It
fucking
was.
I'm
It
done.
was.
I don't even.
don't fucking
Did you know it was actually originally supposed to be Tom Selleck instead of Harrison Ford?
No,
No.
Yeah, I would have hated that.
it's Tom Selleck.
He's an old guy with a big ass mustache. Your dad knows him.
I think I know who Tom Selleck is.
When
yeah.
this is over,
Is
you,
he?
can, you can go ask your dad, and your dad will talk to you about an hour about how.
I can
cool
look it
Tom
up on my
Selleck
phone
was.
instead
He
of
was
using
I
that.
think he was he Magnum PI or Miami Vice?
Yeah.
He was one of those dudes. And now he's on that show like Blue Bloods or whatever. I think it's over now, but yeah.
Yeah, I think he was on Friends once too, but I'm not sure.
Probably. He was really famous for quite a while.
Like his older face.
Yeah.
He looks angry at being alive.
Yeah.
I love
he's
it.
just
I too.
that's like
So-
old, but that's just like older guys with big ass mustaches. Is they always look like
Yeah.
they're frowning.
I mean, his brow didn't help because he's white.
Yeah.
Ron Swanson.
Yeah.
That's actually based off the Tom Selleck look.
Oh, I didn't know.
I don't know if that's true. I'm just saying it. But I fucking love
Scratches.
Indiana Jones so much. It's the coolest shit. I want the whip. I just want to whip shit. Just,
Oh, that's kinky.
Wonder Woman.
nah, not like that though.
Why is it stupid if it's Wonder Woman,
Because
but
it's
it's
a
awesome
woman.
if it's Indiana Jones? Yeah, that's what I thought. What was the thing the other day? Oh, yeah, you told me
I
that
texted you
Natalie
about
Portman was
the new
Thor.
Thor,
Yeah, and I was
and
like, and I was like, I was like, I'm sure it'll be good. Like
yeah.
there's no way
But
I'm not gonna watch it. There's
to
no way
give
I'm not gonna like
context to this, all I said I saw a Twitter article about Natalie Portman just saying that they were gonna start filming, and
it.
she was
Yeah,
gonna get jacked, and I sent Carter the message, and I went, I fucking love this movie already.
yeah, and
And that was all
my,
I said because I have such a dying infatuation for Natalie Portman.
yeah, I just have as a conceptualization the female Thor lead.
Yeah,
I know I'm gonna love the movie and I'm gonna love the character. I'm sure of it. I'm sure I'm gonna like it all. My whole thing is that it was like they're just rebranding Thor in a new, like, it's a different person. It's a different Thor,
yeah.
but it's like they're rebranding it and recreating the character. And my whole reaction was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, all right. And it's
Well,
like it's
female Thor
even
has always existed, just not
no,
in
I
cinema.
know, but it's like I never saw like the big push for it to exist. It was strange. Even if they made Thor, but it was a different dude,
Yeah,
like I would still be like, okay,
Fuck ass for it.
I didn't think we needed this, but all
Bro,
right.
quickly
But
you gotta go.
but your immediate retort when I stated that I was just confused as to how it existed, you're like, yeah, but you hate women, so and I was like, oh, that's true. You got me.
I am like a defender of Captain Marvel too, and I don't even like the movie that much.
It's a pretty solid 6 out of 10 as a movie.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad. I liked it. I like watching it. I watched it again recently because I'm watching the movies, and I watched it.
Yeah.
I was like, it's fun. Like I watched it back to back with Iron Man, and I'm like, it's very similar as a movie.
Hmm.
Iron Man and Captain Marvel. If you watch them back to back, I'm like, they're very similar. But I think just because of the controversial lead role being
I'm being
Brie
a Trevor.
Larson, who sometimes I like and will defend her points that she makes in public, and sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
I think that it was just a lot more pressure for it to be a solid 9 out of 10 movie, and it just wasn't. But people said that it's complete shit, and the character sucks, and it does nothing. I'm like, it doesn't really do that. It's just, it's a pretty slightly better than mediocre film. I hate, and we will argue all the time that that's how Nick Fury lost his eye. I hate it. My
He lost
girlfriend agrees that it's a funny way that it happened, and she likes that. I'm like, no, it's fucking stupid.
It is
It's
kind of
dumb.
dumb.
It's fucking dumb. I hate it.
once
Because one,
trust cat. He was holding it and then it clawed his fucking eye.
yeah, it's like I trusted the wrong people, and it goes back and it's like he got scratched in the eye by a flurgan, not really a cat, but a flurgan that infected his eye, I guess. And
Yeah.
and it's like that's how he lost his eye. It's like then what's all the point about the trust? And he lost his eye to friends that he trusted. What's all this shit? It's so stupid. But that has
It's
nothing
like-
to do with
He's the
because
kind
then
of
he would cats.
cat.
It doesn't make any sense. And it specifically when it was when he first stated that openly in Captain America: The Winter Soldier, which is like one of my favorite movies from the fucking Marvel timeline. It was like, oh, it's mysterious, and he was betrayed by
Yeah.
somebody he thought he. So when it happened in Captain Marvel and he had both his eyes, I was like, oh, because someone secretly is an enemy and they're gonna take his eye and it's gonna be awesome. And then it didn't happen, and I'm like, I got blue balled by it. I got blue balled by the perfect scenario that could have happened and it didn't.
Yeah, because you made it up in your head. You,
But
hy-
it was
you
heavily hinted
you
towards.
did it to
He
yourself.
lost his eye, and because of that, he went down a path of never fully trusting people for any reason. And then you find out he lost it because he got scratched and infected. It's not a good payoff to the
It's
character.
not at all. It's a horrible
Yeah.
payoff.
It's a horrible payoff. Thank you for taking your headset off while I was explaining a reasonable point to you.
Hair in my fucking
I,
eye.
I am honestly surprised you're defending this because you hate Captain Marvel.
Defending the shitty part, which
Yeah.
surprises me.
like Nick Fury.
You've like told me in private that if you had the chance, you would rip her throat out
I didn't.
because you hate that movie so much.
Okay, one, no, I never said that. Two,
Yeah.
stop that.
You said
I'm not
you
trying
would rip her throat out and stuff her pussy with grass and leaves
Okay,
in
yeah.
the middle of the woods.
Making it up.
Vegan bitch.
Bitch, I didn't even know she was vegan.
How
I don't
dare
think
you
she-
say this movie isn't for men?
Oh, that was Charlie's Angels. They said that movie wasn't
No,
for
Brie
men.
Larson also said it too. Because
You
there
s-
was
you
a
said it
male
for,
critic at one of her press conferences or
Yeah,
whatever it's called.
Yeah, right. But she said that about the movie A Wrinkle in Time. It just got brought up while she was doing things
Oh,
for
yeah.
Captain.
and then
And it was like that. She's like, oh, she doesn't want men to watch her movie. She's like, well, no, fucking A Wrinkle in Time had like genderqueer stuff in it and a lot of stuff for women's empowerment. So it's like she was right.
It also sucked ass.
Yeah,
Sucked.
dude. I watched
fucking
it, but I realized
beginning to end, front to back to front. That movie is dog shit.
Andre liked
yeah,
it.
it wasn't like with Charlie's Angels. Like she said, this movie isn't for men, and then
Brie
fucking
Larson wasn't in Charlie's Angels, so why would she say that?
Charlie's Angels.
No.
Someone said that for the Charlie's Angels movie, but Brie
someone-
Larson also said the same thing about the movie A Wrinkle in Time.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah. I
So
just
there's a
noticed
little.
that statement was made, and
Are
then
you
when the
wearing a
sales
glove?
fucking bombed.
I'm
Then they
sorry,
blamed
stop. Shut up. Are you wearing a glove?
Am I wearing a what?
You have a fucking
All right.
glove on your hand right now.
Yeah,
Like you
so
had on.
I have to draw on the fucking tablet.
Okay. That
You
does
think
make sense.
I thought you were trying to do
Like-
some fucking Michael Jackson shit. Like
I
you-
thought he had a like mid on. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about? I thought he had
Dude.
one of those.
I'm doing this for you.
I asked
I'm
you to
not
do
sure.
it like a month ago, so
Yeah,
It's-
no, you didn't. Not a month.
Are you
ago.
paying him for it?
Get back.
no, he's
Yeah, you're
on
not
the
paying me.
show, so
It's taking
he
a
gets
little bit.
notoriety.
I'm not getting paid.
Our good friend Sam did offer to pay him commission for something, so
yeah,
you
Sam's
did
the
so.
priority because Sam's willing to pay.
And if he gets that done for Sam, and he might get his controller out of that. We never know.
Yeah, I might.
This man right here, he has to talk to us with a really, really bad microphone, and he has been for years, specifically because he doesn't have the money to buy a new controller. And that was always the argument. And even when we offered to send him a controller for free, he would be like, "It's not, I have a code or some shit." He's like, I can't take handouts.
Handout.
Even though he goes to college for free. But he can't, he doesn't take handouts.
That's something else.
Anyway, he's sitting there and he's like, I can't afford a $30 controller. Here, guys, I just bought a $300 drawing tablet. I told him
I said it was $400. I never even said the price. You don't fucking know what price, how much the thing.
if your very
You don't
next
fucking know.
purchase wasn't a controller, like even if you bought food first, I was never gonna talk to you again.
I need to live.
For 2 years, we have to hear everything that happens in your house except for you. That's
Yeah.
what we hear on the mic.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Because
There
I was
was-
like, I'm close, and you guys can hear me for shit. But then I go to the other side of the room and I start playing Smash on like half volume, and you can hear that shit clear as day. And you guys start
Yeah.
yelling.
You
The
will
only thing-
never be excused for the time that we were in the middle of playing Siege.
Oh no!
and
Don't mention
you
that. I won't
went
embarrass
to
myself.
go make a fucking cake. And you brought your fucking phone and
brought the
headset with you. And you
So
just
we-
made us listen to you make a fucking cake for an hour and a half.
And
The
it was-
pans down, and your mom walks in, and
Oh,
everybody's talking. Your king bling, the gang blang, shit's thrown into the fucking sink, and oh my god, we're hearing the oven door open and
Me and
close.
Carter being like, there's a guy at B.
Well,
There's a guy
look,
at B.
okay. You're really why didn't you say why didn't you tell me earlier? I would have understood.
We did.
I would
We did. We're telling you, like the whole time. Like actually, we
Oh, I
kept saying
Oh fuck me.
because it was an ever-present problem for us.
Yeah. It did
That we
not
had
end.
to your kitchen, your whole kitchen, just
All right, look, if it
make
needs
it
that much, I'll actually no. Aaron doesn't want to be talked to right now. Aaron's being a bit of a piss pants.
Cool, yeah.
what
just,
about Aaron? What?
Yeah, cool. Just
Oh,
say that
Sam and I
on
were
the show
talking
that he
video
watches.
I was told that there was apparently some shit went down.
Oh, with Aaron and who?
Sam.
We'll talk about it off air. We'll
Okay.
talk about it off air.
Okay, sorry.
This isn't the Dirty Laundry podcast.
Everybody can be a little piss pants every once in a while. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm a little piss pants. Trevor's a little piss pants.
I'm a little piss pants all the time, and that is because I'm
Mateo is
constantly
comprised.
doing
Mateo.
Sorry.
Sorry, go on.
No.
I was gonna say
Keep-
Mateo is comprised 99% mostly of piss pants.
Yeah.
That's just as a
Pants,
person.
That is true.
He was trying to become a Weebaloo scout, and
We were-
they all They all just poked him with their fire sticks, and he pissed his pants.
And ever then, he got the Scouts Honor Badge of Piss Pants.
You remember how fun it was just to like?
Second, eat my dick.
You remember how fun it was just to like bully your friends all the time? Like when you were like fucking
Yeah,
14.
yeah.
We went camping one time. There's like 6 of us, and we had one friend who, I don't want to say his name because I don't want him to be embarrassed, but he's gonna know who it is. But he was the goofy one.
I can think of several. The thing is, like, I can think of several, but I know the one you're talking about in my head. I already know it.
And he's super easy to get pissed off and upset. And I think me and like 2 other people were just lighting sticks on fire and swinging them around his head until he just starts fucking screaming at us. He's like, "Get the fuck away from me! Get the fuck away!"
I fucking love it. It's
And
my
then
favorite.
he'd get pissed off and just sit there and close his eyes. And the other friend would just like light the stick on fire, but he'd wait till it get really smoky. And then he'd put it right onto his fucking nose. So all the smoke would just roll up in his face. It's the best shit. And that's why, like...
Is this... I know what you're talking about, but is this the same person who ate the alleged butt nugget way back in the day?
That never happened, though.
What nugget?
That never happened.
That never happened?
No, that was...
My heart is broken.
That was fake news.
Oh, man, I lived my entire life thinking that was true.
I feel really bad for him about that because that was fake news. And how is he the one that is in the wrong for that situation? So there was this kid that we're friends with, still am friends with, and we went to school with, and one of those guys who was like a piece of shit cunt. Lauren, fuck him, I don't care.
I know Lauren, yeah.
Yeah, it was him, and he thought it'd be hilarious. He thought because this never happened, but he supposedly put a chicken nugget up his ass and fed it to this other kid. And now everybody made fun of the other kid for eating the chicken nugget. But nobody made jokes about the kid who put a chicken nugget up his ass. That is, like, what the fuck?
I fucking love that, dude.
That's why, like, girls and guys can't be friends until they're, like, 25. Because there would be so many, like, sexual harassment lawsuits. Because you remember, like, hanging out with your friends, and it's just like, we had a thing where we would just walk by each other and ram our fingers in each other's asses.
I remember. I don't remember that. Yeah, no, I do remember that.
It was a big thing. Like, we just, like, me and all the brodies and shit just walk by, just, boom, finger right up the asshole, and it's like, we can't do that with bitches.
I remember people were getting pantsed all the time.
Yeah.
Somebody has shorts or, like, sweatpants, and you just yank them down. Yeah. I remember I was in school, and like fucking 4 lockers down from me was this insanely hot chick, and she asked another girl to do that to her. Mm-hmm. I was like, I have to go to class, but I was like fucking around in my locker. Like,
I want to see this play out.
And then she did, and the payoff that she had sweatpants on, and underneath she had shorts.
Yeah.
So like it wasn't
a good payoff at all.
It wasn't a good joke or anything.
You remember that when that was a thing too? When we would all just wear pants and then shorts and then our boxers?
No.
There was like a time period in like junior high, it's like 7th, 8th grade, where like all the guys had like 3 pairs of fucking like pants on.
Yeah, I never did that.
It was always pants, shorts, and then boxers, or it was shorts, boxers.
Yeah, I never did that.
Oh no, I had my school. They just wore they wore the track pants. Yeah. Underneath was basketball shorts, and then it was their boxers. But of course, above the track pants, above the shorts, there was the one guy. I don't even remember his name, so don't worry about even me naming him. But he wore 3 pairs of pants.
Yeah,
above.
I did that. I did that for like 2 years straight. It's like just in case a basketball game broke out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it would always happen. I think that's how it became a thing. There was one day where everybody just had pants on, and then we were walking around, and then a basketball game happened. We're like, we need to be prepared for this shit. So it was like, we got shorts now. And then we get out of school and we walk around town and then they'd be like, "Oh, we're playing basketball. You just take off your fucking jeans. You got shorts on. You're ready to go."
That's probably why I didn't, because I didn't have any friends and I
Yeah, that
didn't
is
do
true.
anything. Yeah. But I only wore jeans throughout my entire high school career, and looking back on it, I don't know why, because I almost never wear jeans anymore. It's pure liberation, going from wearing jeans to only wearing shorts.
I think senior year of high school, I wore nothing but sweatpants every day.
I still wore jeans, but I got like more used to it towards the end. It felt weird. It felt like wearing fucking pajamas or underwear, like after a while, because I was like, I shouldn't be in public with these shorts on. This doesn't seem right. And then after I got used to it, I was like, I don't want to wear jeans ever again.
Mama, I
felt like I was cool. It was like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Especially since I didn't show up till like 4th hour every day. So it's like, I showed up 3 to 4 hours late to school, still in like what I slept in. And everyone's like, yeah, he doesn't give a shit about anything.
It's always weird to me because you're friends with mostly like a lot of the people like you were talking about. You had friend groups and you would go camping and everything. That was in our age group, but a lot of your friends, 50 or more % of them, are older than me, older than us by a significant amount.
That was a hard part for me to deal with in high school.
When they just kept being older and then leaving, and then you just
in 8th grade I became friends because I had like a cousin and there was a kid that I grew up. Tyler, he grew up like 2 houses down from my grandma's house where I'd stay all the time.
Yeah, I know them both.
Which transformed into me just staying at his house all the time when I went there. Right, my dad's house. He has
older friends. Yeah,
and they were 4 years older than us, so I became like I was always friends with Tyler since 2nd grade because we had the same bus stop. So I'd known him like my whole entire life. And then 8th grade, I became really good friends with like all his friends, and we just play Modern Warfare 2 all fucking night. And then like we even started like a fucking hockey like club for it. We played floor hockey with all each other. So when I got to high school, I was a freshman and they were seniors, and then they all left the next year.
Yeah.
So I had to go with like 3 years because I never hung out with people my age. I was like friends with them at school, but I never like hung out with any of them.
Yeah.
So it's like I had to navigate the next 3 years of like, do I want to hang out with any of these people?
Right. That's like the thing though, right? Is because like I subsequently I know a lot of them through you now. Yeah. I know them, but it's like I knew Tyler. I knew almost no one else. Like as I started hanging out with them through you and everything, I didn't even recognize most of them. Like I didn't know they were people we ever went to school with.
Yeah.
So it's very weird to me to like transition to that. Where it's like, yeah, we're there's all these people. Like, yeah, we went to high school with all of them. I was like, cool, because I only recognized one. I had no idea.
Yeah, that just sounds like the Monte crew for me. Ah, fuck.
Because it was like the people that like we were, like our age that we were supposed to be friends with. Like I wasn't into the same shit as them.
Yeah, right.
Like I couldn't sit there and talk about Lord of the Rings for 3 hours with these idiots.
Yeah.
It's like, you dumbasses don't know shit about Lord of the Rings. I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, you had a weird superiority complex. I had a weird inferiority complex.
Yeah, I guess I did feel superior. I was better, and that's just the fact.
Dude, that's just weird.
It's just a fact, straight up fact.
That's a fact.
Straight up.
But then I had to suck it up, and I was like, I got 3 years of this shit. I gotta stoop down a little bit.
Come down off that large pedestal.
Yeah.
Off that high horse.
And boy, that was tough. I let him know that too. I was like, just so you know, I'm not on your level. It's like I might be here right now, but truly, I'm up here. All right.
And while you were going through that phase, I was going through the phase of like, all my friends have been really shady to me in the past, so I'm just gonna not talk to anyone. We had very different isolation problems as we came into high school.
You were like, you had to deal with like not having anybody, and I had to deal with like finding new people.
I had a problem with not having anybody, but then the few people that I did have were like really weirdly manipulative and bad as people, so it always ended up very poor. So I still have problems with that to this day. I have this friend from college. I just recently got back from Western Illinois University, and I have this friend from college, and there's still these
Summa
parts.
cum laude.
Yeah, not me though. Okay.
Word up.
he's this really nice guy, and he always checks on me. He takes care of me. And when we were new friends, I had a problem. I had to put my dog down, and he was really supportive, and he was always talking to me. And we were really new to knowing each other, so he's like a really sweet guy. But I was always like, is he friends with me because he wants something out of me? Like, it still hits me. It's very weird. It's like I'm very nervous about like new friendship. Like I had you as a friend from high school, and that's like it. I don't want to like talk to new people and stuff.
I don't like talking to the people that I knew in high school that I was friends with then.
Yeah,
It feels
friends with
so weird. Because it's like I'm not into the same shit still.
Right.
It's like we have nothing to talk about anymore,
right.
basically.
We have a mutual friend from high school that we're very loosely connected with, Jace. He just messaged me the other night too. I was playing a game that me and him used to play, and I played it for like 4 hours. That's probably an exaggeration. It's probably closer to 2. But I played it for a long time, and then the minute that I exited the game to get off, he messaged me and asked me if I wanted to play it. I was like, I'm busy now. God damn it. I just became busy. Because I knew I had a time frame where I had to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I came back, he was already asleep for the night. But it's one of those things where it's like what you just said is like we're not interested in the same shit. It's like we've had such little communication with him.
Yeah.
It's like I don't even know what to talk to him about anymore.
It's fucking weird. Growing up is shit.
Growing up is pretty shit. You should start as a grown up. You should come out to pussy, full grown hair. That's how it should be.
Come out with a graduation cap on.
You're all slimy.
And instead of the doctor smacking your ass, he throws the hat for you. He takes the hat, throws it off. Like, yeah, look, you got a brand new man right here.
Brand new big old man. He's 25. Did he graduate? We don't know.
And you immediately start working at the lumber yard. That's where everybody starts off.
Yeah, you go right.
All men start cutting wood at the lumber yard.
Did you know statistically, lumber yard work is the most dangerous work?
Oh yeah, and I'm not surprised.
It's incredibly dangerous. It results in more fatalities per 100 people, 1 out of every 100 people, than like fucking police work or some shit, or soldier or current active duty military work. It's incredible.
I don't know where these like fucking I forget the word, stereotypes. That's what I'm thinking of. I don't know where these stereotypes come from, where like men should be the one dealing with power tools and all that kind of shit, because we
die a lot.
They're the worst ones to handle that shit. Because it's like, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing, and then you get no fucking legs.
Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say, it's like, step back, women. You don't know how to handle this. He fucking just kills himself.
It's like, yeah, I know how to do this, and it's like, you really don't, dude.
That's a lot of men thought that. A lot of men were buried under a mountain of trees.
Mm-hmm. I was working with a guy, and he was using a chainsaw for the first time.
That's not.
He swore it wasn't his first time. He told the chainsaw trainee man that it wasn't his first time, so he let us go. And I was like, I'm not standing anywhere fucking near you, dude.
No shit. That's very good.
He's holding the chainsaw down here by his fucking like leg, and he's trying to start it. And it's like, you're fucking up right off the bat, man.
Shouldn't you lay that shit down on a flat surface?
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right?
It took maybe 20 minutes for him to get it taken away. I made a phone call.
So, dude, this guy said he knows how
Probably
to use
saved his fucking life.
Yeah, I called my boss and I was like, "Hey,
Mom, I'm scared.
He can't use his chainsaw, all right?" And he's like, "Well, do you want to use it?" And I'm like, "Absolutely not. You should come down here and use it." And he's like, "All right."
No, come down here.
And then he got there and he saw the other guy using the chainsaw and he's like, Stop it right the fuck now. And I was like, this is exactly what I wanted.
Was he just using it incredibly poorly?
Yeah.
Yes.
He didn't know what he was doing.
He had like
there was like a log sitting like this, and he'd cut it like right in the middle, so it'd pinch the
so
blade.
Fold in.
Yeah. And it'd pinch the blade, which is not what you want to do.
No. Because you can break the chainsaw, you can explode the fucking little chain, and that can go everywhere. Or if you try to drag it loose, you can fucking saw your head open.
You can get kickback.
Yeah, the logs can hit you.
Kickback's a bitch.
Wow.
But on that same spectrum, nothing feels better than cutting some
Especially the
fucking
opposite.
wood, dude.
Oh yeah, I
I-
love splitting wood. That's my
I
favorite.
built this desk for my computer last week.
Oh, yeah?
Aw,
It's a complete
Nice.
piece of shit, but I feel
Oh,
so good that I did
yeah,
it.
'cause you did it. Yeah,
I
I
used
see what you mean.
I used half a ping pong table. I was out there just cutting shit.
Why? Why
I
would you do that?
I
Because
love split wood.
it's soft and it's
It's soft.
like I don't know, flat top, so it doesn't have grooves in it like a piece of wood does. So I can
But
draw shit on it.
you get like a heavy maul like axe, and you try to fucking split ones. The ones that don't split will infuriate you beyond
Yeah.
any
I
level
don't
of
fuck with
infuriation.
that. I don't like chopping.
No, I love splitting. That's my favorite because when you sink it through one and
Yeah.
it fucking splits perfectly, it's like the most euphoric sense of accomplishment. That you feel like a fucking superhero. You just go
Sweet.
and it fucking breaks perfectly. You're like,
All right, Trev. I'm gonna send this thing to you for revisions.
See, I don't like chopping. I don't like chainsaws or chopping wood, but I like using skill saws and shit and cutting
Yeah,
pieces
skill
of wood
saws
in
are
half.
awesome.
I never use those.
That's
I
my
use
shit.
in shop class in high school. That's it.
Yeah,
Dude,
I
the
skipped that whole
saws
entire
are-
class basically.
saws
Yeah.
are-
I worked with a partner, so I did use the table saw once, but then
Yeah.
he just did it afterwards because I didn't.
I
He was like,
working,
he's like, I can do this because I've done it before. I was like,
Yeah.
cool, do it.
I was working with a guy. It wasn't the table saw. It was like the one in the corner where you like it was high up and had the little blade on it, and you'd push the thing through it. I don't know
Yeah,
what saw that is. I was working with a guy on that, and he cut
Stationary
part of
blade.
his finger off. And I
Oh,
was just like, I was like, this
bitch.
is dope. Because he was incredibly high out of his mind,
Yeah.
and
Bet you
he's
didn't
a fucking
feel it.
idiot. And
I
he was
bet
like,
you didn't notice.
I
Easy
think the
mistake.
teacher was like, "Hey, you sure you want to do this? I'll do it for you. I know what I'm doing." Because it was like he had to make a cut like that big, and the teacher was like, "I'll handle that so you don't fuck up." And he's like, "No, I got it." And I was like, "This is gonna be great."
Was it like the first fucking cut that he just managed to maul himself? Or
Yeah, it was the first. It was the first
First
like 3
fucking
minutes of
cut.
the class.
I got this.
How
Zero.
close did he have his fucking hand to the blade then? I don't know.
Some people just be allowed to breed.
But I remember, God, I was like 16, and I was like, do we get gloves for the table saws? And everybody was like, no, don't wear gloves. And I didn't know that at the time,
Yeah.
and I was like, why not? Don't you want to protect your hands? It's like, no, because the glove is loose and it could get sucked into the little blade. Not sucked in, but it could get caught in the blade,
Yeah.
and then that'll pull your whole hand in. It's like, oh shit, it's just much safer not to wear gloves.
Oh yeah, you don't.
This shit terrifies me. I don't
You
want to
don't
lose
want
the
any fabric loose when you're working with shit.
Right. What was I going to say? Oh, but you mentioned that sense of accomplishment of getting the table and everything. That's like we have like a small. It's kind of like a quasi farm. I don't know how you'd say it. We have chickens and goats and horses, and we grow a lot of vegetables that we use. That shit is like accomplishing as fuck when you can make meals out of food that you grow that you didn't have to buy that
Yeah.
you had to tend to make it work. It's the most accomplishing thing.
Yeah,
It's all I can think of anymore. I want to get a farm set up when I'm older, when I move away.
I didn't much.
I want to be able to get. Yeah, I fucking love it. It feels like such an accomplishment.
The only things I need are some fucking berry bushes.
Berry bushes are good
Yeah,
too.
we got like 6 raspberry bushes here.
Yeah, that shit's
Yeah, we
awesome.
got a blackberry bush. The only thing I need now is strawberries.
We got like mulberries here and stuff.
Yeah, fuck that.
It's
That's
just
not.
good. You don't like those?
I like them, but you know, I've had the real berries, and it's not the same.
Okay.
Once I get that homegrown raspberry, fuck a mulberry. That's that wild forest critter shit.
Yeah, I like it all. I like the foraging. I like the having milk and animals. I
like
think
milk and-
I think I like having milk and animals. We don't have any yet.
Like it sucks
You're not
straight
gonna
from
like
the tip, don't you?
I think I will.
It's the worst.
I like it. I think it's great. I think I'd be into it.
You've never
I
even
feel
had
like-
it though.
I know, but you also are very pessimistic about a lot of things.
Yeah, but dude,
That is a long time.
Whereas where you are pessimistic about things, I'm very optimistic
Twice
about.
now.
yeah, but I've had it though. I've had this shit.
Yeah, but you're like you hate goats, and I like my goats.
No, goats are cool. I just don't like them stomping on my car.
I don't like them stripping their tongue out and spitting on me. Then again, it might be the llamas, but
I had like a 3-year period where I had to fight sheep on the daily. I don't trust a lot of animals anymore.
Yeah.
You get your ass beat by a sheep once.
That's like this.
You start thinking of ways to get rid of them.
No, I got you. I just I think I'd like it. I think I'd like the sense of accomplishment that comes from it.
Oh, you might like getting the milk.
Yeah, but it's like that's the point. Like we don't like being in the blazing heat planting the crops, but we like getting them. We like collecting them and then eating them.
Yeah, but that's also not disgusting.
I'd be fine with it. I think I'm not super squeamish.
All right.
I want to be there when you try it.
Okay.
It happens.
I'm happy to have you there.
I want you to get terminally sick from the milk.
When I go and it smells weird and there's hair. Can you not do that?
Sorry, and then I can just take the glass of milk that you just upchucked and throw it back in your face. That's what I want to do. Be like, yeah, I fucking told you so.
Like, hold on, I must throw up. Get me a glass of milk. Get me a glass.
Mom, get the throw up glass.
Give me my vomit mug. It's got a little decal label on it. Vomit mug.
That's like a cool idea, but how many times a person would fuck that up? You know, you get two mugs on the table at the same time.
Oh God.
I've accidentally drinking shit that I shouldn't have all the time.
Oh yeah, explain to that please. Like on your way, how you almost crashed your car on your way to high school sometimes, because you have soda and then you have what you're spitting into.
Yeah, I used to drink a lot of Mountain Dew, and I would have, or that didn't happen as much of Mountain Dew. It's like the dark bottles like Pepsi. Cause so I would chew tobacco and I'd have so I have 2 Pepsi bottles, one empty that I was spitting in, and one that I was drinking Pepsi out of. And the spit is dark like a Pepsi.
Yeah.
And so I would be driving, not looking at what I'm grabbing, and I just grabbed a spit bottle and then I chug my own fucking spit back.
Yeah, how did that? And then you probably swerved onto the.
Yeah, I swerved on the side of the road and threw up for 10 minutes.
As one reasonably would.
Yeah. I should have delayed to school one day from doing that.
So, how fast did it hit you that you basically just consumed your own spit?
Immediately. It's not hard to tell once you do it.
Like how much did you get inside of you?
Too much. Too much. I showed up to school, and it was the first hour teacher was the shop guy, and he didn't give a fuck about anything. And I walked in, he's like, "Why are you late?" And I was like, "I accidentally drank my spit bottle." And he's like, "Huh, been there."
Been there.
Yeah, and I was like, "Hell yeah." I was like, "So you understand?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
He was a cool dude. I used to serve him fried chicken all the time.
Before you even said a thing, a word. He knew it was chewing tobacco before you said a word about it being chewing tobacco?
I said I drank my spit bottle. You don't have a spit bottle for many other things. You think I just carry out a bottle that I just regularly just spit in? I'm not gonna.
Yeah, and then you suck on it.
Yeah.
Like a baby.
What is that?
These I had to replace some old headphones that I got. Yeah, these are spit rocks. They're Tranya T3 headphones. They're little earbuds.
Yeah.
I love them. They're terrific. I just wanted to say I have this older pair that one of them broke because they have little magnets and they magnet to metal surfaces, like so, and they one day I lost the left one out of this set and I couldn't find it, and I was leaving one day and I noticed when I was going out, my door to my car wouldn't shut all the way, and I kept trying but I couldn't get it, and as I went down the road I was like, why the fuck won't it shut? And then I was driving and I was like, whatever, and then I was like, oh. Like it hit me. I pulled over and felt, and sure enough, there it was. It was all crunched, and I was like, "Motherfucker!" And I put it in, and I connected it to the phone, and it worked. And I was like, "Sick." So it worked, but I had to like push it into the little thing that it goes into to charge. I had to hold it there to charge it, but it still worked. And then one day I was coming out of work, and I stopped at a gas station, and as I was coming out, I pulled my keys out of my pocket, and this one, the left one, was in my pocket, and it flew out apparently because when I was sitting in my car, I was looking for it, and I was like, "Where the fuck did my headphone go?" And I saw it, I spotted it on the ground just as a fucking Jeep ran over it with both tires on one side, and I was like, "Fuck!" And I got out, and I got it, and I grabbed it, and I was like, "Fuck!" And I got inside, and I like sanitized it and cleaned it and everything. I put it in my ear, and it worked. It worked like it was fine. The only thing that happened to it is that it wouldn't charge anymore. It was done no matter what I did. And that's how it broke. So I was like, these are pretty good. I'm going to get these. For $30, it's not bad. They last for like 6 hours. It's incredible.
I got to take a piss, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
I listened, but I have to piss, and that is a problem.
Go, take big pee-pee.
Let's talk shit about him.
Let's talk shit. All right. Look at those big, sexy calves. What an idiot.
I'm looking at the fucking logo. I can't see any of you. But yeah, the fucking dumb bitch. Just thick old boy fucking came in before we start the goddamn thing.
Yeah. What have you been up to, Mateo? Other than your drawing right now, you haven't been talking a lot.
That has literally been it. I don't do but that.
Okay. How's work been going?
Oh, it's been going great. You know, just
at the cigar shop or wherever you work.
Oh, that's shut down. That's dead. It's a dead business.
Okay. Where do you work now then? Like a convenience store?
So my first, still kept my first job because you always got to keep a backup.
What job is that? Where are you working?
I'd rather not say, because then if my work does find out where I go, then if they do find out where I work and they find out about this, holy shit, I'm not keeping a job.
No, I'm just saying, like, do you work at like a convenience store or do you work at like a video store? Where do you work? Like, what kind of place do you work at? You can't say that either? Okay, I didn't know.
Fast food.
Oh, it's fast food. Okay, then yeah, don't worry about it. I didn't know. All right.
What's going on?
I wasn't sure. I was just asking him questions about his life.
And we were also talking mad shit about you.
I'm sure it was super interesting.
About donkey-sized nuts.
Donkey-sized nuts.
Donkeys don't have big nuts.
From left to right.
Huge cocks.
They probably had, compared to us, probably have big nuts.
Yeah, probably. They have the biggest dicks I've ever seen.
No, a tapir has.
I've never seen that.
I think that's they literally have a penis the length of their body. It's fucking
insane.
stupid. They're like pig hippos with elephant trunks, and they have these fucking ridiculously long cocks. It doesn't make
I was maybe 6 years old.
Those fuckers got fucking 5-headed penises. I don't get those.
I was maybe 6, and I went fishing at some strip mine lake with my dad out like it's out by your house, but it's like a big ranch, and they have tons of animals. And I was in the back of the boat driving down because he had it on the trailer, and he let me sit on it till we got to like the road. And I was sitting in the boat, and we drive by where these donkeys are, and I just see this donkey with this fucking massive pole, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, that's a leg. That's a fucking leg. And then I see like 3 more donkeys, and they have like the same shit. And that's the day my life changed.
You realize that you have a tiny baby boy penis.
Yes, I could not live up to donkey standards. If I had to get a donkey wife, she would be disappointed.
For those of you who don't live in places with donkeys, it's like actually your arm. Yeah. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense.
Go incognito and search up donkey cock.
Go incognito. Yeah, I'm glad you specified that first bit.
Get back in the comments in this one, and so like I want to hear your reactions to how big donkey's dicks are.
They're fucking.
They're massive.
I would imagine that they're massive.
That sucks for meals though, because they get the donkey part without the dick, and that's not fair.
Yeah. Back to what I was saying before you left. So this thing was fucking nearly indestructible. It worked, and I loved it. So I got another set, and I got the warranty. But since I had another set with the warranty, I decided, since I have the right one that still works in the old set, it has an IPX5 rating for waterproofness, which means it can sustain a low pressure jet of water hitting it directly for several minutes on end, several fucking like 10, 12, 20, however long. And not suffer any damage from the water. So I was like, I'm going to wear it in the fucking shower and see how long it works. And it worked the whole time.
Nice.
And I took a bath after that to soak in fucking Epsom salts and shit because my body breaks down over the week due to jujitsu and work. Easy boy. Almost. There you go. Fucking.
That was close.
But because my body breaks down, so I took a bath and the fucking thing went bloop and fell out of my ear into the water, and I was like, shit, and I could not fucking find it because there's fucking oatmeal bath and Epsom salt in the water, so it's not clear. So I'm like, god damn it, and I got it and I dried it off and it still works. It's fine.
You
I
cooked
was like,
before you took a bath.
Hell
by
yeah.
the way,
Snack.
my favorite part about them is that they sound fucking incredible. They sound terrific. I love them, but they're also nearly indestructible. I fucking love them very, very much. And if you go to Amazon and buy them, the
Hey,
Tranya T3s, they're $30. They're
stop
fucking.
promoting them until we get a sponsorship, bitch.
This is how you get one.
No,
No.
this is not how you get one. You don't give them free
No,
advertising.
you just gave them free advertising. They're gonna
I
pay
don't-
now.
They're not going to pay us
They're
anyway.
not gonna pay.
If you go,
It doesn't matter.
go to Amazon and don't buy them.
Don't. Just tell.
Don't buy them until they sponsor us.
Yeah.
They're not gonna sponsor us.
We'll ransom the maybe one person that was going to buy them
No.
for a sponsorship deal worth possibly thousands.
Tell this company that you will not buy these until they sponsor us.
Right to your local congressman.
Is that what congressmen
I
are
don't
for?
know how that would work in a private market situation, but write your local congressman a letter about how you stash COVID in the letter. Don't do that. Don't do
Have
that.
you heard about the Chinese seeds in the mail?
What?
Yeah,
Apparently, people are receiving seeds from China.
yeah, they're sending implicit seeds that are invasive species. So what bothers me more is that people will get seeds from China that weren't meant to come to them, and then their thought is, I guess I'll just plant these.
It's an attack on. I thought you were gonna go for like it's an attack on China.
No, it's fucking ridiculous because people are like, oh, I got these seeds from Asia. I don't know what they do, and they weren't meant to come to me, but I'll plant them. And then it's like, don't do that because they're invasive species and they might detriment the wildlife in the area. Which that's not going to work. Somebody's going to plant them still. Like
Yeah.
it's going to go out of control right away.
They
It's
also
the same
said,
thing as
do not
people.
throw them out.
Yeah, which like because then that ends up in trash dumps and it still like might grow and shit. It still travels. And it still grows, and then you still have invasive species. Like you need to dispose of them properly and give them to professionals. But yeah, it's like the same thing as telling people to spay and neuter their pets. Some will. It's never going to work as a situation, though.
I've never neutered mine.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't either, but we live far away from other dogs. You don't. But
I feel like I'm. Do you feel like
If I neuter him, he's gonna get fat.
what?
dude, he's fat now.
Yeah, but I don't want him getting fatter. He's already like 95 pounds.
He's what?
He's
I
95.
thought he was well over 100.
He probably is. I haven't
Okay.
weighed him in a long time.
The last time I was already stout, I pegged him at like 120.
Pegged
he's,
him?
He's not that big.
You pegged this fucking dog?
Yeah, that was the word before. It wouldn't even be pegging; it would just be fucking his
Yeah.
dog, right?
No,
'Cause
no,
pegging-
you wore a strap on because you don't want to get your dick dirty.
that's
Yeah,
true.
no, fucking
Okay,
dick.
so a dude can do it with a strap on, and it's still pegging that.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, I guess.
Okay,
I don't know. This is Andre's.
Mateo
this is
sure as
Andre's
fuck
field.
Yeah, I would know something about
Andre's gay and a dog fucker.
It's
dogs.
a white supremacist,
I
white
know-
nationalist. Excuse me.
Stop that.
There's a difference.
You are everything.
I will kill you. I swear to God, I will end you.
You're also a lunatic who threatens murder.
No, I'm not a fucking. Oh my God, I hate you.
You're a
You're
little
like
bit
you're like the Joker movie guy.
No, I'm not a fucking.
What's his name? I don't care. Never mind. It's not important.
Jay
You're
Leno.
that guy.
Arthur Fleck.
Arthur Foot. No, not the actual Joker. The guy
Oh.
who shot the theater up.
Oh, okay.
I don't fucking know who that is.
His name is.
I know.
I was about to say your real name.
J. Edgar Cooper.
Jade. Oh my
J.
God.
Edgar Cooper.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know, right? Thank you.
Fucking killing it. This is what we do here.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I have COVID and I've sent it to you. That's what the letter should say that you don't send.
Too late. Already
We
doing
got
it.
the movie theaters opening back up here. The one I thought was closed for
Really?
good.
Yeah,
apparently some
Pillow Coles. I don't know.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't say the name. People might come there and find me and watch a movie with me.
Oh no.
God, I'd hate not to be lonely.
Oh God, sorry. You want to go to the movies sometime? We can. I mean, not now because the country is falling apart.
Yeah, they posted a thing and they're like, "We're back and we're gonna show like Jurassic Park and Jaws," and I was like, "That's cool."
Yeah, that's cool.
But
No one's.
I am not
We're
going
bordering
right now.
3 red critical states right now,
Yeah.
so it's probably a good idea.
We're also getting to the critical point. So
yeah, no, we are.
Yeah.
Peoria is getting it really bad, and also, I say this, and I wear a mask where I go. I lost the mask that I like too, which
I only wear a mask on my ass.
I wear
You don't want COVID.
I wear a 1FC mask, not here. I wear it above my nose.
Yeah, like you're supposed to.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to exhale the virus if you have it. That's
Yeah.
a lot of what it does. It helps a little bit, not inhaling it, but the majority of why you would wear a mask
Yeah, the whole point is to stop.
is to
heating
try
it out.
not to exhale it. Yeah, but most people who argue the point of masks conveniently ignore that part of it, where it's like, this mask will protect you from intaking the virus. It's like, well, that's not the point.
Nope. It's supposed to stop you from
spreading it, which makes fucking perfect sense. But it's
and
just
they
shit
work.
nobody wants to pay attention to. But regardless, I say that I wear the mask. I do all the right things. I try to inform people about how it is a problem that we should be taking care of and its long-term effects. But then I go right back to jujitsu several cities away, and I'm going into the problem. I'm going into it. So
you're telling me not to touch fucking doggy hookers that I find on the street.
Sure, yeah, I guess I would.
Contract something. You're like, don't bring that to my house, and I'm like, oh, what? Whatever, dude.
Dad, I don't know who you affiliate with. I don't know who your dad affiliates with, and I don't know who the people who affiliates with your dad who affiliates you affiliate with.
I don't affiliate with my dad.
What the fuck?
You got locked sections. I wear a hazmat suit when I go near that motherfucker.
Outside of your room right there is just like a space station looking fucking place.
I got an airlock.
Yeah,
outside the door.
Oh, we got to continue playing Alien Isolation.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, he sounded super excited about that. Maybe you want to quit? That's okay.
I kind of want to play it like with you in person. I think it's gonna be more fun that way.
Okay.
So because the way we're playing it now, I guess it works fine with like Resident Evil though. But like I don't know, with this one it seems like it'd be better if we were just together.
Okay.
Because you've already experienced it.
Yeah, I talked to my girlfriend about playing it, and I was like, we'll do it after I'm playing it with you, because she's really interested in it too, and I think she'd really like it. So I don't know if that's the case, then maybe we can just fucking play it with everybody there, because she doesn't want to play it either. She wants to watch it, so we could sit there and watch you play it, and we could all be scared.
Yeah, and I scream like a bitch.
And yours, like, I played it before. I was like, I did, but I don't remember it, and I didn't finish it, so yeah, it would be good. You can come over in your Slavic Adidas tracksuit right there, and
I don't have a tracksuit. I have so close to a tracksuit.
All right.
As soon as I'm gonna get one. Like I'm gonna get like 8. Tony Soprano. That's all I'm gonna fucking wear. I'm gonna be a fat Italian dude for the rest of my life. That's how I'm gonna do stand up at the clubs when they reopen. I'm just gonna show up in tracksuits. Just be like,
I like it. I like it a lot.
That's gonna be my gimmick, the tracksuit guy.
I have a question. Do you want me to come to your stand-up shows, or
Absolutely
do you want
not?
No, you don't want
come for the first like 3 months.
That's what I was gonna ask. I was like, do you want me to eventually come? Because I didn't know if you wanted to iron your stuff out first. That makes sense.
I want to iron it. That's also what this is for. This
is
for me to get
victims,
hammer that nail in, and then
I think that's
go there and bomb every time.
Practice makes perfect. You can only really get in there and do it.
I've done it there like 6 times, and it's not gone good.
You get there.
Yeah.
The first 6 times I went to jiu-jitsu and we did live sparring, it didn't go well.
It's a little bit different, but yeah.
It is a little bit different. You get better in the practice of it. You do. It's a skill.
I'm also just hoping to avoid it in general. I'm like this this takes off, I don't have to worry about doing open mics because I can just sell out a thing with just like people that already know me.
Yeah, right.
That's what I want. So I don't have to eat shit in front of these idiots.
Shit in front of these idiots.
They're all stupid. I still think my 1 minute joke thing is gonna be great. I'm not gonna do that because I don't have the confidence to do 1 minute and leave.
I thought it was 2 minutes.
No, it's 1 minute.
Oh.
Walk up, hit him with one, I'm out. But that'd make it really awkward for the next guy, and then I'd feel bad.
That's true. Yeah.
Because he's like,
but that's kind of the threat with every single person that goes to.
That is true.
Is that you might not be good, and the person before you might really be, and that's going to cause a problem for you.
They have like a last comic standing kind of things here, where they have competitions. I think that'd be like fantastic if I just come in on like the first night and like
you do 1 minute of bomb jokes. And then that'd be awesome.
It's like, all right, for this evening we have this guy versus Trevor, and then I come up and it's just the 1 minute, and it
Trevor
kills him.
Donkey Nuts, Cox.
Nuts.
Donkey nuts.
DN Donkey Nuts.
We got Carter with his big old fat horse cock.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got horse cock and donkey nuts.
And I got dolphin pussy.
No, you don't get to nickname yourself.
Horse cock and donkey nuts.
Yeah, you don't get to nickname yourself. You can't call yourself dolphin pussy.
Something taint?
No.
Pig taint?
You're ape. You are ape ass.
No, I'm cum salad.
No, you don't get to name yourself, bitch. That's not how this works.
Shut the fuck up.
You can be snake oil.
I gave him horse cock.
You can be snake.
Right. Name myself.
We got horse cock, donkey nuts, and snake oil in the building.
We should do like a mini series where you and me, Trevor, are like PIs, and we're very bad at our jobs, but it's framed as like a Starsky or a fucking Starsky and Hutch fucking show, but it's
donkey nuts and horse cock. We could sell that to Quibi.
It goes like banner, or like running down the street and it like pauses and there's a fucking.
You can see like this horse cock
donkey nuts,
and then you can see this huge sack of nuts.
I'll write Andre a show called McGayer.
The Gayer.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it's like McGyver, but he's just the quickest way to fuck a dude.
Bunch.
It's like, quick, you gotta fuck a guy in 3 minutes or the place is gonna explode. He's like, McGayer.
But you don't know if he has a disease. You have to make a makeshift condom. He's like, I'm gonna need a rubber band, a hair tie, and bubble gum. Go.
It's gotta be Hubba Bubba.
It's gotta be.
It's not Hubba Bubba. We're all screwed.
You're like, you like whip one up real quick.
Pull
like
out.
Put the hair tie and the rubber band. You're like, you like blow it up and then throw it on.
And you have to come.
Low key, I was really against this show. Now I'm super on board.
You just gotta let it play out a little bit, and then you get it.
The fastest I've ever checked was 53 seconds.
He has erectile dysfunction. What do we do? Give me a car battery and some jumper cables.
The fastest you ever came is 53 seconds? Is that what you just said? You came in 53 seconds?
53 seconds.
That is fucking...
Fastest I've ever. I was trying to actually go
pathetic.
I take my time. The fastest I've ever tried to go for. If I thought about it.
That's coming from some dude who's came
when I first heard about
in his
high
pants.
school. When I first heard about high school, I heard about the game Soggy Biscuit. And eventually I thought to myself, there's going to be a point where I'm probably going to have to be forced to play this game.
Well, you thought this was a real game that people played?
Yeah.
You deserve to eat a biscuit.
What is Soggy Biscuit? I have a lot of
guys
ideas.
stand around and come on a cracker, and the last person to come has to eat it.
Has to eat it.
What is wrong with people?
It's not a real game.
So, fuck you. At some point, I thought I'd actually have to go out and do this. I'd probably find myself at a high school party, and this situation happened. So I spent like a whole day preparing. Fastest time, 53 seconds, baby.
There's a lot of like guy on guy gay shit that happens in high school, but that's not one of them. Like putting the fingers up each other's ass, that's all a part of it. But there's no let's all come on something.
Do you remember? This was like a real thing that I didn't like. Do you remember when the rhinoceros was a thing, Trevor, in
Huh?
high school? Do you
No.
not remember that? It was when you'd run
No.
up behind people and surprise them by kneeing them in the ass as hard as you could.
No.
You yell rhinoceros. It was probably it happened to the kids about a year or two younger than us after we left.
So how would I
But
remember that?
I was just wondering if that was a thing that you knew about, or it
No.
was something. That's what I'm saying. Like, I guess it happened when we were younger. I remember it vividly, but it was this thing where you come up behind people, and you would knee them right in the fucking tailbone as hard as you could. Like rhinoceros, and everybody would laugh. That shit seems like it would hurt a lot. I would
Yeah.
hate that. I'd almost have to fight someone who did that to me.
That's why the finger in the ass thing is cool, because it's like
No,
it doesn't hurt anybody. It's just a fun little thing. It spooks you.
I will spin around.
Spooks, yeah.
I will literally make someone eat. I will fuck somebody in the mouth. If someone
Yeah,
tries
but
to suck-
you're also gay.
not that way. I'm not gonna fuck them in the mouth like that. I'm gonna fuck them with my fist. I'm going to fist someone in the mouth. I'm going to fist their face. If someone tries to come up behind me and stick their finger at my ass.
It's really funny. You should try it. It's just
No.
one of the best games I've ever played.
Okay, I did have a knack for high school where I used to go behind my friends, only the guys, because of course sexual assault. Straight up the ass. It
Yeah,
wasn't fun.
Yeah, that sucks.
Of course it sucked. They got 4 fingers up the ass.
No, I'm saying the story sucked.
Well, of course it sucks. Okay, fuck you. I'll go back to doing what I was originally doing.
that was.
No, stay.
I'll go
Stay.
back to
No,
what I
no,
was
stay. I like to rip on you, and you're not giving me any material.
Oh, you want some
I
material?
tell you, I was at this slumber party when I
Yeah.
was like maybe 7th, 8th grade or something like that, and it's like one of those things when like your friends like or the first ones to go to sleep is gonna get fucked with, right? So we had this
Is
one
it
dude
not,
who this
Yes,
kid, I'm not gonna say his name because this is really bad, but this one kid would keep falling asleep. So this one guy completely submerged his finger in his own ass, and then pulled it out and then wiped it across his fucking the top of his mouth. And
It's called the dirty sand.
yeah, I know, but I'm just explaining it without using the word. And the kid woke up and he's like, he ran to the bathroom and he's splashing water in his mouth. And his mom came out of her room and she's like, "Oh my god, what happened?" He's like, "He put his finger in his ass and he rubbed it on my mouth." And then his stepdad came out too, and he's like, "What the fuck?" She's like, "What the fuck just happened?" He's like, "Y'all putting your fingers in your asses?"
This kid was the same kid from the earlier story, right?
No, this is a different one.
This is a terrible one.
Yeah.
Hey, Trev. Can you do me a favor and tell me the story about the guy sucked up a hot dog?
The guy who sucked off a hot dog?
You had a sleepover.
Yeah, we were hanging out one night, and we liked to make this one dude think that we were gay because we thought that was hilarious. And this is the guy from earlier, by the way. This is the one that I was talking about earlier with the fire. So he was sitting in the guy's room, that kid was, and me and the other guy whose house we were at, we went to the bathroom and got a hot dog and a bunch of lotion, and we acted like we accidentally opened the door, and he was sucking the hot dog where my pants was. I had it like through my pants hole, and he was. And there's like all the like lotion
There's
was.
a line of joking about being gay and being gay. Like,
Yeah, I know, but dude, that's just how it is back then. You
He
know,
took a
why
hot
did you
dog.
get the lotion if it was a hot dog?
because he put the lotion in his mouth to
You
look like
fully
I,
exposed
to
yourself to
to
some
look
guy,
like I came in his
and he's
mouth.
looking at your penis, and he's looking at a hot dog, and he's got to put his mouth on the hot dog and get as close
Yeah.
to your penis and pubes as possible.
Yeah,
and the other
dude.
guy watching, he's just going down. This man is straight up going down on a hot dog. That is
I think
attached
I
to-
think I even took my pants off, so it was just
Yeah,
my
you
like
took your pants
boxers,
off, yeah.
and then I had it through the hole.
No, you told me that
You
it
are
was like
treading ever so unbalanced.
Dude, this is just like a part of it.
between satire and reality. of being gay.
That's just how it is in high school and junior high, dude. That's how it goes. This
that's
one dude came over to my house one time. He lived down the street from me, and he was like, "Hey," because he knew I had like porn, And so he's like, "Hey, you want to watch some porn at your house?" And I was like, "Nah, not really, man. But I guess if that's how we're gonna hang out." And we're sitting in my living room, and he's on my old couch under a blanket, jacking off. And I'm just sitting in the room like, this is so fucking weird. And then thankfully my neighbor knocked on the door, and I had to go help him, and then he left. And then he texted me the next day, and he's like, I didn't even come last night, bro. It's like... And I was like, yeah, me either, dude. That sucks.
Yeah, me either. I remember a mutual friend of ours. There was one time where I was over at his house, and it was a very similar situation, but not jerking off or nothing. I guess it wasn't similar. I just remember I was on his computer doing something, and then before I left, I brought up some gnarly shit on his computer. And I put it in sleep mode.
Yeah.
So when he opened it up, he saw some grotesque stuff that I left up.
That guy that you're talking about now,
Not happy about that.
he was the first one that I ever found that had like the porn channels on like TV.
Yeah, he showed me those too.
Yeah, and so like in junior high, I would just go over there and I'd stay there like Fridays and Saturdays, like both nights, and we'd stay up till like 1 a.m. just to watch the shit because it was like so cool. And we're like, oh, this is like a TV show, but they fuck. And like we just sat there and watched it. We played The Sims and watched Skinamax bullshit. Like,
Skinamax?
Yeah.
That is like the best name for anything.
I think that's how shows should naturally progress. I think they should be high budget, good acting shows, but when the sexy parts come, it's just really like sexy parts.
Dude, why don't they show pussy in movies and shit?
They could. That's what I'm saying. You could tastefully get that shit out there.
Yeah, is there like a thing against the pussy that like we can't?
People just, I mean, there's parents that just don't want to see the line get crossed of like where we have.
Yeah, but why are they watching a movie with tits in it?
People just want to see something that is like, they don't want to make that step to where like a movie has quite actual pornographic scenes in it. I don't see why not.
I get that, but I'm just saying, like, why is it like when there's like a naked woman on screen, you can see her tits and her ass cheeks, but you can never see like.
I mean,
the pussy.
I've seen movies where.
Yeah, there's very few that you can see like the lips, but it's not like, you know.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like a shot of her like on the bed with her legs kind of spread, and then you see like the whole like the vulva and the nebula and everything. I don't know body parts.
The nebula?
There's the
nebula in their vagina.
There was this movie.
That's where the hole is.
There was this movie called The Whole Nine Yards. It has Bruce Willis and this lady, and I think the guy who played Chandler from fucking Friends. I don't really remember it. It's probably somebody else. Probably
Matt
wasn't
LeBlanc.
That. No, that's the guy who played Joey.
Yeah, you're right. I've never seen Friends, and I don't ever care to.
Okay, he knew Matt LeBlanc. Anyway.
Yeah, because he was on other shows.
But there's this actress. Her name was Amanda Peet, and when I remember as a kid and to this day in that movie, she is fucking gorgeous. I very much love the way she looks. But she has like a 90% frontal nudity scene, and there is a thin railing by the stairs that blocks your vision of her genitalia. Yeah, but the rest of her is completely naked, and she's like heels. It's a very
They'll show you like the pubic part, but they will not like.
Yeah, it's a very
actual thing. It's
but
so
yeah,
weird.
it's like that thing. It's like she's well, yeah, she's a fucking stunner in that movie. But yeah, they show it just like a railing, just covering up like the thickest part of it. I'm like, at this point, like, why not just? Why not?
It's same thing with like naked dudes. Sometimes they'll show dick, but they never show balls.
Really? Have you ever seen Spartacus? Because that shit is insane.
Do they show balls?
Yeah.
Show dick and balls?
There's a part in Spartacus I remember I was watching and I was with my girlfriend, and in Spartacus there's all these jacked oil dudes, and they're in the showers or some shit or a bathhouse after a fight, and these dudes are all hung like fucking elephants, and they're just walking around naked, just like, and then fucking their schlong is just they got huge cocks, and they're all, and I'm like, because you don't want to be like the small dick dude in
I
a
bet
scene.
they're all prosthetic.
They probably. I mean, there's nobody who does a dick shot scene in a show and doesn't chub up beforehand. So like, I get it. Because
I guarantee they're all prosthetic dicks.
Probably not, but they're probably just dudes with reasonably big dicks that chubbed them up for the scene.
No, I think they're all prosthetic.
I remember seeing it, and it was like they. So the setup to this was just a bunch of naked, muscular dudes in a bathhouse, and that's the whole scene. And there's dudes just walking by, just fucking swinging it as hard as they can. This is the funniest shit.
Swinging.
It's fucking awesome.
It's really funny.
Andre's watching it right now.
Yeah, he's looking for it. It's in season 1. I know that.
Where can I find this video?
I'm looking. Oh, I'm looking.
Yeah,
I watched the first part of season 1 and I never finished it.
I saw like 8 seconds of Spartacus on one of my like friends. The place that we used to play hockey at. He was rich. Like he had more money than the state has, which is insane. And,
okay.
We were at his house, and he has like this fucking 89-inch TV that like it looks more real than real life. Like it's that kind of fucking resolution.
Yeah.
It was insane. And I saw 8 seconds of Spartacus or some shit like that, and I was like, I cannot watch this show now because it's not gonna look as good as it just did.
No, yeah, it's a problem.
It's like I've been spoiled with this bullshit, and now I can't go back home to my fucking 1080p shit and look at it. It's not fair.
Yeah.
Are you watching it? Are you throwing up because you saw a bunch of cocks?
Are you looking at the bathhouse scene for real? It's incredible, isn't it?
You've fucked a dude in the ass.
It's
and
just
you're disgusted by seeing penises.
Like doing this, and they got
these. Those are fucking arms.
He's acting
huge.
He's acting sickly from seeing penises.
I know.
He's been inside a dude's ass.
I'm just glad that he has seen it and I can relate to him on it. There's just these muscular dudes are all standing around and they're like throwing their hips out. Got these fucking arms attached to their waist. Some of them are I'm not talking about the ones.
Yeah.
I'm talking about this dude. They're like talking shit to Spartacus or somebody. Yeah. They're talking shit to somebody there, and he's just standing there with his like goons, and they're all naked. It's so fucking weird.
How the fuck does Pornhub not have like an app like YouTube?
That's interesting. Because Pornhub is the kind of place that would do that too.
Yeah, they have other media on there too. They have like podcasts and shit on there. They have reaction videos and all that kind of shit now.
Yeah,
like they should. I don't understand how they don't have it.
Right. They should have an app. Maybe that's a thing with the Apple Store, or like iOS and Android stores.
Oh yeah.
They just wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, that's right. Unless like I don't. Okay, yeah. Because I'm saying,
that's all I can think.
If they made an app where it's just like the Pornhub app,
like one of the most downloaded and then hidden apps.
But if they made it to where you could do background play, but you don't have to pay for it, like how YouTube you can get background play, but if you buy premium, so like you can go to a different app and still have shit playing.
Yeah, but why would you need to do that for porn? What are you talking about?
They have more than porn. They have podcasts and other videos on there too.
Oh, okay.
They have tons of shit. Like all the porn stars have like podcasts on there.
I mean, I suppose
they about getting fucked.
Their podcast ones, yeah.
What I'm saying is if they did that and they just had like all the videos and you could do background play, they could like make a killing.
They really could.
Because like YouTube, you have to pay for that.
Yeah,
which is fucking stupid. It should come base that I can background play, but no, you have to spend,
I agree 100%. I remember
you have to spend $15 a month just to also go to Snapchat without having your video stop.
Yeah, right. No, I agree 100%. I remember I had the first edition. It might have been the first or second edition iPod, and I would use it with the Wi-Fi at my house at the time, which was fucking god awful. But I would have YouTube, and I was like, there is legitimately, because you have other music applications that you can use other stuff, and the music still plays. I was like, there's legitimately no reason that exists that you can't close or go to a different application while YouTube's open and still listen to it. And then I found out later that they were going to have that, but you had to pay for it, $15 a month. I was like, you slimy
There
fucks.
was a brief time where they did it for free.
I know, I remember that, and then they took it away.
Because it was on the iPod still.
Yeah.
And I had it on the iPod.
That's why I was so upset.
And then I got my iPhone, and I was like, hold on.
Yeah, they changed it. No, because I remember because they had it and then they took it away, and I was like, "There's no reason they can't fucking do it." And then I found out that they were going to hide it behind a paywall, and I was like, "You
That's a fucking slimy stick bitch
It's a
move.
fucking slimy move.
It's such bullshit.
That's cool.
There's no reason they shouldn't do it. If you want to get rid of advertisements and have people pay for it and shit, that's fine. But it's like it's a basic function that helps people use it. It shouldn't be something you shouldn't hide the convenience of it behind the fucking pay. It's ridiculous. That being said, I got it because I want to be able to do that. It's still fucking garbage.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I want it for free.
Yeah,
I will buy the ad shit
free.
regardless.
Yeah, I'll do the same. Just like give that to people because there's no reason why I can't do two fucking things at once.
Mm-hmm. Like SoundCloud and all these other free apps can do it.
Yeah, right. Oh, exactly. There's tons of shit. Any music application, it's like most of your podcast apps. It's like,
yeah,
why the fuck YouTube just wants you to pay a lot for it? It's fucking stupid.
It's like $15 a month now.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It keeps going up.
Does it really?
Yeah, it just went
I thought
up
it
again.
started it. Yeah, I guess because I thought it started
It
like
started
12,
at 12.
13. Yeah, 12, 13. And then, yeah, it
Now
is
it's
up.
up to like 15, 16. I think they're going to raise it again to 18 or some shit I heard.
Oh, that's like Netflix. They were talking about this was like fucking mid last year, end of last year, maybe November or October. Netflix was like, yeah, we're probably going to have to still have commercials even though you guys pay for it. I was like, I'm telling you right now, if I pay for Netflix, what is it, $20 a month?
No, it's like 15.
It's 15 too. I was like, I'm not paying $15 a month for Netflix to also get commercials. Like this is fucking ridiculous.
That's why I bought the shit.
And people are like, well, that's what Hulu does. I was like, yeah, Hulu's $5 a month.
Yeah, but you can also pay for Hulu without commercials. Like
yeah, exactly. You can have premium service, but it's
for
like
$12, by the way.
Right.
It's $12.99.
Yeah. It's still less than Netflix. It's like if Netflix does it, I'm just not gonna use it. It's fucking horseshit.
Definitely.
I also get the Disney package that Hulu comes in because I get Disney, ESPN Plus, and Hulu for $20, maybe 15 a month.
I got all mine
separate. I saved a fuck ton because I used all three of those.
Yeah, I got all mine separate. Because the package doesn't include Hulu without ads, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'm not watching commercials.
I don't mind ads that much, so
I'm not paying for anything with commercials in it.
Ah, fucking love it.
No, I agree. I would agree with that.
If I'm paying for a streaming service, I want no fucking ad breaks.
You all right? You just had a little bit of a seizure there.
I'm sorry.
You looking at more dicks?
No.
Did you look up donkey cock?
Slumping over in the fucking chair.
I just do that.
Unprofessional bastard. As I
I've been slaving over this fucking tablet for the past 4 days. Give me a break.
That's your own fault.
I was gonna say slaving over isn't the right word.
I've been doing commissions for people.
Okay.
Stop.
Some people are paying me.
Well, you're doing work now.
Free. What?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You're doing work now, like Carter said.
For free. This
will take you. Well, I'm not getting paid either, fucker.
I know. When we do.
Oh, the people who pay me are priority number uno. I think I'm gonna have to charge code. I might have to charge code because he gave me some really, really. It's a big piece with a lot of detail, and he wants me to do that for him.
D&D, isn't it?
I'm gonna charge him like fucking 40.
Yeah, it's gonna be the party for D&D. I'm excited about that.
It's just a big gaping asshole.
It's all steaming and it's huge. Yeah. There's hands that are like in it, stretching it apart.
It just like when you look at it close up, it's just like it looks like a fucking mouth to a cave. But then you zoom out and it's just a big round ass, and the hole is like dripping water like a waterfall.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
A lot of detail, man.
Yeah. That's exciting because I like a lot of the things that he draws up. Shout out to Code.
Hey Code, if you're watching this,
sick, everybody's on board. Yeah, thanks guys. Fuck you. Look at me.
He's been binging for the past few days.
Who, me?
I can't tell if he just got like physically angry after I bought the tablet and not the controller. That he wasn't.
I was crazy upset at you.
That he wasn't going to watch episode 8, or just the fact in general that something happened in episode 7 that he wasn't going to watch episode 8.
He was the one that like tried to correct us on the Star Wars episode that me and Carter did. I was like, listen,
I mean,
dude,
as,
that
as
was
far as I understand, he
that
did.
was a year ago.
I didn't remember what he was talking
Yeah.
about.
Because I don't remember what I said in last week's episode.
Yeah, I have the same problem where it's like once you say it, it's like
Yeah,
purge.
once
It's
I
very
purged
very
this-
difficult to remember.
Unless it's like a joke that I do or like one of us does that's like really fucking
Yeah, like the grease thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
like hammers. Or like
yeah.
it's like I tell a really good one and it was a big part. I'll remember that shit, but like not for very
Sorry.
long.
Stays on during sex.
That's like a lot of this like in like a year from now or whatever, like I'm gonna look back on these episodes and be like, we weren't telling that good of stuff.
Yeah,
Like
it's
all
just
like all the like
better.
the edgy kind of like let's make jokes around the obscenity of the N word in itself and how it has so much power. Like in a year from now, it's gonna be like, oh, we probably shouldn't have like done that because I wasn't that good. And it's
yeah.
just,
Well, it's one of those
always a
things
thing.
where it's just we grow and we
Yeah.
we change our perspective and
Like
we get better
3
and
years
more
from now, the shit that I make next year is gonna be like, well, that was. It's gonna be the same thing as like each year goes by. Last year's stuff probably wasn't as good and with the time as it will be that once I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this a lot.
Yeah, perspective change. It's everything.
I have
You
all
have,
these
like, no, like, how,
existential
fucking-
nightmares all the time.
Not as bad as the N word, but they'll say Karen all day, but they won't say the N word.
What are you talking about?
Hard. You know how like some women get offended by Karen because they think it's the N word to them.
Yeah, I know.
They
what
have no.
you're talking about.
But then but they won't say the N word.
Yeah, it's funny.
Funny.
Yeah, there's
Also, women weren't beaten and oppressed and used.
Yeah.
Said that for several hundred
people
years.
have been making this argument about any offensive word. It's like, oh, it's the
Yeah.
N word for this. It's just it's stupid
But
and
they
it's a
still
claim to
won't say the
be
N-word.
offended over nothing.
It's just
Instead of just making the argument of like this word is offensive, we should stop calling these people that. They have to go with this is the N word, which is obscene because you're going to dilute your argument with that. Claiming that it's something of another thing is always the wrong way to go about it.
yeah, right. Like once you have to start forcing people to understand the
Yeah.
comparison that you feel, it's like, well, they already don't. Like
Yeah.
it's not a good way to argue the point.
Because then you just become comparing fucking like atrocities.
How do we like? Okay, so out of the years of racism towards the Jews, how is there not like a big? How is there not a word that's worse?
There is.
A word,
There's a
word for
not worse, but there's a bad one.
There's got to be a word for. There's got to be a word
I'll
for
tell
them.
you. I'll
No
tell you
word.
what the word is off air, but there is one. I'm surprised that you don't know what it is.
Why not just say it now?
I don't want to say it.
It starts,
Because
with,
it's a
it starts
bad
with a
word.
K.
It starts with a K. It's not good.
How do you not know this?
It's surprising that you don't know this is the only thing that I would argue is an equivalent.
What does it even mean? I don't even know what it means.
Kosher.
It beats
No,
me.
it's not
No,
kosher,
it's not
you
kosher.
dumbass.
Good.
We'll
Okay.
tell you when we aren't being recorded for the annals of history. Okay?
That is
We'll know
the
what it is.
dumbest thing you've ever said.
You can't ever say it. Okay? Understand me?
Listen, it's
I'm
worse
not-
than the N word.
It's not. It's not worse, but it's the only thing that I can think of that's an equivalent.
Listen,
Okay.
I respect Jews, so I'm not gonna say it.
We're being recorded for the annals of history.
Yeah,
Well-
the annals.
What?
Sorry.
I can't believe you don't know. There's a word for
That
Jewish
really is surprising. It really is.
people. You lived in New York. You should know this.
Yeah, that's a good point. People scream that out their windows all the time.
They do. They screaming at the Hasidics and everything.
No, that begins with a C. No.
Hasidic?
That
That begins with an H.
He's thinking of a word that begins with a C, but it might also be the word that begins with a K. He just might not know how to spell it. Don't say it. How'd you spell it?
I was thinking of C-O.
think
No.
of
See, don't-
That's bad, but that's not a slur for Jewish people.
I know.
Think
I'm
of-
thinking right now.
yeah, think of kite.
Don't.
Kite.
Trevor.
Kite. Think of kite.
Kites.
Can we just wrap this up and tell him later.
I didn't say it.
I know you didn't say it. I know he didn't say it, but we're
Yeah.
not going to get past this.
I can find this.
You don't need to look it up.
We will tell you in several minutes. Let's just wrap up the show.
Wait, I'm not ready to go.
I am.
What the fuck? We're not even at 2 yet.
Fucking
We have 6 more minutes, bitch.
sweating.
What are you?
I
You're
will
in a
find
fucking robe right now. What do you?
I know. And if I take it off, there's going to be problems.
Like, oh god, I can't sit here in this robe any longer.
I know, but what do you want me to do?
No, not Twitter. What's the easiest place where I can get banned? Twitch? I don't know.
Probably
Start on
Instagram.
Twitch, and I'll just start going through a list of all the speakers.
So you're going to list
Just
of what?
I would say
How I get banned.
Remember how I was just referencing the fact that all these jokes that we were making around the obscenity of the N-word were going to be bad in a year?
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I
so
got a
let's
year
just keep
then.
harping on this
I have
same
a
idea.
fucking year.
Yeah. Mateo,
Suck-
I assure you that if you do share that on Twitter, you're still going to get banned, even though it might not be the most likely.
No, I won't get banned. It'll just stay there, and then 8 years later, then it's gonna come back and hurt me.
Yeah, amazing.
It's not even going to take 8 years at this point.
Heeb, Jaime, Ike,
Stop.
G-Boy.
Stop.
This is why I told you we got to fucking cut it, because he's going to freak out and keep saying shit.
Oh, okay, yeah, I found it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard,
What is
wasn't it?
It
Yeah,
means
wow.
circle. What the fuck?
Can you please, Mateo, just put down the phone, get back to talking to us about high school or whatever.
High school?
We gotta end this one with a good one after the stunt Mateo just
Yeah,
pulled.
that's a good one. All right, let me think of something fun that happened.
No, I wasn't specifically asking you for a good story because you don't have one. I was just saying that we gotta pick this back up. Talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, just the OG movies that are
No.
great. They're my favorite. I wonder, are they still on Netflix? I gotta watch those again. Just
It's not. You know what I'm angry about? Netflix, like a couple years back, removed the original Transformers, all 4 seasons.
that show
They removed
sucks.
them. No, they did not fucking suck. Go suck. You suck.
Wow, that was the pussiest rebuttal I've ever heard in my life.
They don't suck. You suck.
The children's shows, like, you don't suck, you suck.
Dude, that's why you hate high school so much, because you're still in it.
They're a cartoon about robots.
That's my fucking childhood. Don't make fun of it.
It's your now. This is cartoons about robots.
That's what,
No. Okay, Gundam maybe.
That's what I was gonna say.
Gundam
oh, they have
now,
one
Trans-
movie. Oh,
Yeah,
no, it's a
Trevor's
TV
fucking
show.
around on his TV.
So, dude, I want to watch these TMNT movies so bad. I think I have them on DVD.
When you get your
Secret-
first payment from YouTube in the future, if this ever happens, I want to take 33% of it.
For what?
That's my cut for being 1/3 of this show. You're lucky I don't take more because I was in on this shit before Mateo. I'm splitting it into 1/3 to be nice. We should take 40%.
Listen.
He should take 20.
Legally, we can't pay Mateo because, you know.
What do you mean?
Why not?
Well, quite frankly, you don't deserve it, but that's not the point.
What is
I
legal?
see how it is.
What is the legal barring? That's
Oh, I'll see you in civil court, motherfucker.
Well, it's the one I signed with my agent. We talked about
yeah.
it.
Can I talk to your agent? Who's your agent?
You can.
Okay, get me in touch with your agent, please.
His name is okay.
Code.
It's Henry Dinkler.
Henry Peter Dinklage?
No, Dinkler.
Peter Dinklage is our agent? That's awesome.
Henry Dinkelschmidt.
Mateo, did you know we had a
Bershowitz.
guy from Infinity War and
Why is that the first one you named?
Game of Thrones? That's
why,
I couldn't
why
think
was
of
not? Why was that not the first one?
I couldn't think of it in my head, so I'm like,
Yo, when you think about like minorities that like have like a powerful lead, how big? That's a weird way to phrase that.
Well,
But
hold on,
how
hold on.
big
Wait,
is he
wait.
for the little people community?
shut the fuck.
Like, No, I know I phrased that horribly, but like, it's telling like minorities with like a leader in like film and like social issue, like not social issues, but like social media and stuff like that. He's got to be huge for them.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. That is a very good point. I think it's important to have that representation, but
it's also not fair because he gets every role.
Yeah, that's true.
He's so good.
That's a super good point. Yeah.
It's like I love him, but why can't he just be a little bit shittier? So like all us other ones can get our shit.
Who's that one that did a lot of vines and then he
Talk about Wee Man?
No. Wee Man's with
Jackass.
Yeah, I'm talking about the other one who is essentially Wee Man, but he hangs out a lot. He hung out a lot on Vine, and then he hung out with the Pauls for a long time.
Oh yeah, that's still what he does.
And now he does the grandma stuff. He does stuff with that dude who does pranks with his grandma and shit.
Yeah, he just lives in Logan Paul's house.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he's like a Roomba.
Yeah.
Oh no.
There it is. That's the one.
That's the one. That is. It really is. You're right. You're such a piece of shit.
All right, yeah, that's it. We end it with a bang. End the show.
Oh, that was good.
Can we talk about the grandma's house content that's fucking complete
I've
garbage?
never even seen this.
Everybody really likes her and the shit that she does, but it's such unparalleled scripted horse shit with this old lady who can barely speak the lines her shitty grandson is forcing her to do for money. It's fucking disgusting. And then he's always like making it weirdly stupid and sexual. There's like stuff. He's all over Snapchat. It's a sensation on Snapchat. But he's like, here is grandma in bed with two little people, and she's just hanging out with these two shirtless dudes. I'm not fucking kidding. It's the weirdest shit. And she's like, hey, because she's trying to fucking belch out the lines that he wrote down for her so they can hit the algorithm. And he's just using her life force for his monetization until she dies, which will be sad. I don't think she's like to blame. I'm not attacking her as a person. I'm attacking her shitty grandson who is monetizing the end of his grandmother's life. It's fucking disgusting and I hate it. And not to mention, none of it's funny. It's some of the worst content. It really is.
I think it's funny when you say the concept as that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because it's hilarious that someone would do that.
Yeah, it's hilarious that it's like, hey, grandma, can you get into bed with these two friends of mine so we can make it look funny for the internet? And she's like, okay, I guess I can do that. And she gets into bed. And it's like, dude, you are bleeding your grandma dry for content that isn't funny. It's not funny. It was funny, I think, at first. I think I'm willing to be like, oh, it's funny because he's spending time with his grandma on like TikTok, and it's like super unusual to have the elderly that is interested in doing this. But it's like after a while, it's like now you can tell he's doing it so he can stay in the public eye, and it's disgusting. And
he's got to switch it up. He's got to like beat on her and shit.
When he
he does.
Yeah, because like that would be honestly hilarious.
I'm also
like two little people just walking behind a grandma and just like fucking smacking her in the back of the head every now and then. And
they got like golf clubs.
Yeah. Like they got like batons and billy clubs, like smacking her in the back of the calves.
Who wins in a death battle? One old lady or two little people? And just fight to the death.
Also, they should do a remake of like Balto, but with just like instead of dogs, it's little people.
No, come on, dude. You don't even want a professional career at this point.
Dude, you cannot tell me that would not be hilarious.
Dude, it's fucking terrible. I was just about to bring up the point that the Paul brothers and the fucking Team 10 or whatever, and the people on TikTok, they're closely treading the line between using little people just as the comedic bit, and then you go and say that. I can't possibly justify my argument now.
Yeah, you can't tell me that wouldn't be hilarious.
Dude, there's one part where they fucking, and in concept it's funny, but obviously when you do the show, none of them are very talented, so it's not as funny in action. But it was one thing where they have the big blow up thing on the lake, so when you jump on it, it sends someone flying. Okay, so they have a little person, the guy we were talking about earlier, he's dressed up as a duck, and they fling him into the air, and then people shoot him with paintballs as he comes down. And they're always doing pranks on the little guy, and it gets a lot of views, and I'm like, at what point does this become a bad thing culturally? Like, you know what I mean? At what point are we using him as the butt end of every joke for a very specific reason? It's like I don't know when like you draw the line between like, but then you go and say that about using them as sled pullers. It's like how can I justify it then? Though I got to admit, saying that, if that's what the grandma's house fucking guys did, if she had to get to the store and they just got 10 little people and they pulled her on a sled, that would be funnier than anything they've done recently.
I'm trying to think of a name for the movie.
Small toe.
I was thinking of like Little Races or something, but that wasn't.
Not Littlefoot.
No, that's the name of a dinosaur. Don't ever disrespect Land Before Time. Little Races. What else could there be?
A short walk to the frozen north.
A small walk. A short trek.
Dude, we can't do anything with the rest of our lives. This will be all over the internet later in time. It'll just be there forever.
Yeah, but maybe someone important will find this really hilarious, and that's all we need.
A good point. When Donald Trump runs for his fucking 15th.
I'm going to ban all small people.
They're pretty funny. I don't know why.
We're gonna build a
Obama.
Yeah, I know. It's the only thing I think about.
5 foot tall fence. Keep them out.
We're gonna keep them out. We're gonna keep them all in Canada, where they come from. That's where they all come from. We know what it's their doctors. They think they have higher than us. It's not true. They turn people into dwarves. It's incredible.
I can't say that one. Okay.
But
I don't know. I want to say it so bad.
Little walk in big country.
No, it's midget. It's like you get it. I don't need to explain it.
You're like, we want to keep it professional, and then you're insulting two fucking minority groups at the same time in the same word.
Right. But this one, obviously, it's not as bad as the one previously. So I think I get a pass.
Yeah, it's not bad right now because there isn't a large social movement trying to protect them.
When this comes back around and is shooting up my blowhole,
she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
I'll retract my statements.
By a little person drawn sled.
Yeah. Dude. No, but it's got to be a comedy. They can't be like, we're making this for real. It's got to be like, because that's how it's defendable. It's got to be led by like little people. Dude, like get Wee Man as the director and main guy.
Okay, that's what
if you want to make this movie, I'll write it for you. I am all in.
We will do everything.
I'll even take I'll take like 1/8 of the profits. This is just a passion project for me.
I won't take any of it. It'll be a passion project. I'll do anything to make this happen.
I want some money.
People get outraged. It's like
your boy's got to have some money, but
it's
also my idea. So
that's true.
But I'll take like 1/8 profits, and I'll write this whole thing. I could do this in a day. This is the best idea I've ever had.
I don't want to say that because you want it to be some semblance of ironed out.
Yeah, it's got to be good. Obviously, we're gonna have some notes.
John Favreau. The guy Favreau. Okay. He directed the Iron Man movies. He also plays Happy in the Marvel movies. He's
done a lot more than that, but yes.
Iron Man 2. He told Marvel Studios at the time. I think they were making the movies for Paramount though, so he might have been arguing with Paramount. But he was like, I need 3 years to write the Iron Man 2 script, and they were like, that's tough shit because you have to write it in 2. So he had to cut his time by a year, and I was like, that's incredible that it takes years and years to iron out something that you want. That blew my fucking mind. And then you go back to Iron Man 1, and they essentially were making parts of that movie up as they were filming it, which is also very incredible. There's parts of that movie that they changed in character arcs that they did with Tony Stark that they made up as they were filming it. It's like that's incredible. I like how everybody tuned out when I talked about Marvel.
No, that was cool. I think we flipped that one back. We got it back on track. to Andre's debacle, which should have never been allowed to happen.
At the expense of a different minority group. But...
It should have never been allowed to happen. Only my jokes stand on the topic, so because they were good, and they weren't horribly offensive. They were pretty offensive, but not
Lick my
horribly.
tits.
But we flipped it back up. We got it running, and we're gonna wrap it up now.
All right.
So thank you guys for watching this episode. Share it with your grandma and your mom.
Yeah.
We're popular with the MILFs in the. We're big in the mom community.
People that you work with and that you do your hobbies with, and all the minorities that you know.
Send this to your boss. Send this to any little people you know.
Send this to an employer as a resume.
Yeah, if you wanna, if you ever want like someone to say that I don't even know what I'm trying to say at this point.
Hijack a local news channel and play this on it.
If you need a recommendation on your resume, put me, and then I will answer the phone and act like I employed you at one time.
You don't share this episode to everyone right now. Momo's going to come and kill you in your sleep.
All right. See you, everybody.